most of the time everything's okay, but
Most of the stuff is okay, but not everything works. And the guy's not going to rewrite the spreadsheet completely just because Apple and Microsoft keep changing things that he can't help,
right. And he
Right.
made that very clear, and I respect that.
Yep.
It's
So
just,
if you just got a PC, something that works.
Yeah. That's 2 for 2, buddy.
And I don't even think that was cute. I don't think Don was listening when I said it.
Oh, I wasn't.
look, just to use the one sheet, I paid the 1-year subscription for Microsoft Office 365.
Mhm.
And now
You can get your Mac to boot up to Windows.
well, yeah, I have an Intel Mac right now, but next year, who knows? Could be Apple Silicone. We don't know. And then
Well, now,
you
is
can't
is
boot
the
up.
is the Mac you currently have yours?
Yes.
So even if you get a different one, you'd still have that one.
Yes, but that means then I have to buy a version of Windows,
Ah,
which is what, $150?
yeah, I don't know. I have
No, you can get Windows 10 CDs on eBay. I want to say $40.
Are
Well,
they
you
legal?
can't get Windows 10 CDs.
So,
Sure
or
you
do
can.
I just buy a
what I
crappy
have.
laptop for
Is it?
$300?
Say, or you could just buy a PC and save yourself all this trouble.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's, you could buy how much is a Chromebook? A regular old fart ass Chromebook go
Doesn't
for these
run
days?
Windows.
Chromebook
No,
doesn't run Windows.
Chromebook doesn't
Oh,
run
never
Windows.
mind. I'm
Yeah.
It won't
But
run Excel.
you could get
they are
I'm a
excellent
dummy.
machines, but they won't run
yeah.
the
And
only sheet.
You can get a fairly low end laptop that runs Windows. And even if you don't get the like all of the Excel and stuff, you can get freeware like LibreOffice that runs Excel.
Yep.
Well, I've got a license to Office 365 for a year.
Right.
So
That's what I mean.
if
You
I
wouldn't
just
even
get
need
something
that.
that runs Windows. So getting a cheap laptop is twice the cost of buying a Windows license and running it in boot camp. So which is better? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, Satra knew, but he died before he could write it down.
Oh, so wrong, that guy.
I know.
Okay, here we go.
Andrew,
Yeah.
I've got 2 cents about this. It might or might not be useful. I've worked in.
Well, think about it before you say it then.
Okay, I am. I have been. Here's my possibly worthwhile or not. 2 cents. I've worked in IT for a long time. I've worked on both Macs and PCs.
I know.
But yes. These days and for a long time, my hobby is I build my own PCs mostly because I like to have them just the way that I want them.
Sure,
And,
I get it.
If you have time, you might go that route. You might build your own. A, it's satisfying, and B, it's not expensive, and C, if something breaks, you can just fix it yourself.
Right. And I appreciate that. And I have a basic competency level where I could do that. I just don't want to. I've had it with fixing pieces because for a long time,
Yeah.
I was IT support because I worked in small offices.
Got it. Yeah.
And oh, you know how to turn on a computer. All right, well, fix our network and
Yeah, you are now the expert.
Yeah. I hit a printer on the side once and it started up, so now I'm the printer guy.
Right. And and then your family, back in the 90s and aughts, oh, you work in computers, don't you? Well, I have one on my desk.
Right.
Oh, well, hey. So, I've repaired some computers in my time and thrown a little code here and there. I don't want to.
Cool.
I would rather just either buy a cheap ass laptop, buy a Windows license, or buy, even better yet, for a fraction of that cost, just buy Hero Lab or the One Sheet or something that will just work.
Right.
Sure. My chief problem with Macs is they are danged expensive, and even after you get them, they continue to be expensive. And this whole Genius Bar thing, that's a
Yeah.
big trap. And I mean, what a marketing coup. We'll call it a Genius Bar. That'll make
Well, my thing with Mac is my Mac PCs have lasted longer than their Windows compatriots.
cool.
I've been able to fix both.
Yeah.
Macs don't slow down after less than a year like Windows PCs do. They're not as attractive to virus and Trojan. I'm not saying they're impervious.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they're a lot less delicious. And they just work. So I usually, every Mac I buy will last me anywhere from 5 to 8 years. And I've never been able to say that about a PC.
Okay.
So
Makes a good,
call it
makes a
expensive
pretty good
if you
case
want
there
to.
because mine lasts about 4 years, and I treat them pretty good.
The problem with PCs is that people keep adding crap to it and slowing it down.
Well, same with Mac.
Well-
Absolutely. I've just, Macs in general have always lasted longer with less trouble. And I'm not saying that one's better than the other. My experience is, call it more expensive. Yeah, I pay more for it, but it lasts longer with less problems for me.
Good.
And I work on Windows for work, so
Okay.
I'm equally conversant.
Yeah, gotcha.
Where the hell is Mike Phillips?
I have sent him a text. I've sent him an email. I don't know, but just so for the rest of you, I know I told Chuck, but Gordon and Jennifer are in Punta Cana and they cannot access Zoom, so they are out tonight. So I've tripled the number of bad guys in the next coming encounter, and I'm thinking you guys have backup characters all ready to go, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I've
okay,
got Phineas. Oh,
Perfect. How's that peanut butter, Oren?
Oren gets peanut butter. Nobody gave me peanut butter.
We would be delighted to share with you if you were here.
Oren, just hold some peanut butter up so I can have some, please. Yeah. Come on, Oren. Let's see that peanut butter.
Do you want to
Away,
show?
Jose.
Show me the peanut
Hold it up to
butter.
the camera.
Can we see your peanut butter?
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
there it is.
give me
That
that.
looks good.
Oren, nom. Oh no, that was my bite, Oren. That was mine. It's not your turn, it's my turn.
Okay. Crystal, here,
Awesome.
here we go. He got
Chuck, are you talking to us?
here, there,
I don't think he's talking to us.
small bites.
Okay. All right. So I don't know where Mike Phillips is. I sent him a text. I haven't got anything back, and I sent him an email too. So
Let's talk about him.
hopefully he's all right. Well, we'll certainly catch it on the recording. But let's talk about last time. So last time, you guys went in the carpentry hall and basically were able to. You continued the battle against Shayless and the Scourge, Scylla, and the Scourge things. And just about when you thought you had gotten everything and had obtained the case, another group of Sargavans came in and brought the fight to you, and they were like, hand it over, and you guys were like, nah. And then you went. So the battle started up again, just about the time when it felt like it was winding down. You guys defeated those, and if I recall correctly, I just wanted to check with something. You guys also, did you guys kill the badgers, or are those still live badgers? I can't remember.
I left my lover alone.
Okay. I know the thugs got sent over there. I'm assuming those are dead badgers rather than live badgers because I can't remember. Chuck, are you talking to us? Because if you are, you're muted. We can't hear you. I don't know if he's talking to us or not.
I
Chuck's
think
not
he's messing
muted,
with
but
us.
he's not muted through Zoom at least. He's talking to someone else.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe he's just messing with our heads.
Well,
But so I don't know if those badgers are still alive. I think they're dead, but I don't have access on them, so I wanted to check with you guys. But anyway, they're Titus killed Larian with a
candlestick in the
Med-
library.
candlestick in the library, magic missile, and then as some of these guys were trying to escape, or as Larian was trying to escape, a guy named Randall came in, holding Larian, and basically said, you guys drop this, I brought it back for you. So you guys find yourself in a weird situation. The battle is sort of ended, and there's no other than potentially a couple of badgers kicking around, which might be irritating, but you've kind of you've essentially defeated the people that you came to defeat. However, you find yourself in a bit of a perplexing situation in that Gorang Osibu, the Osibu Mwangi guy, who was here trying to purchase the case from Shayless, is still alive. Now his friend Elenwi died in the upstairs battle, but he's like, look, I don't hold that against you. That was the Sargavans who did that, and they got what was coming to them. But he's like, I came here for the case, and I'm still willing to deal for it. He goes, and basically he says, I will give you guys 1,000 gold pieces for the case, and I can get you out of the city, because I know that there are several among you who are magic users. The Sargavans will be entering the city soon if they haven't already. I can get you out as part of like my contingent.
You just want the case.
No, I want the stuff that's in it. The case you can keep.
No. You can have the case.
Not for 1,000 gold pieces. I want the
To your
papers.
boss and go, I got the case. I got the case.
You know
So
what I want.
you're absolved. You're safe. You'll keep your head. Hey, you got the case.
You don't know my bosses.
Well, you don't know that.
He wants the papers. He wants the military secrets. He knows what's in it, and he'll basically say, "Look, I know that it's Sargavan military secrets. That's why the Sargavans, Sila and Verna, were here trying to get it back, and that's why they brought a Hell Knight all the way from Cheliax, apparently." But
so, is there a version of a photocopier? Is there a spell?
I don't think so.
Like we could redact certain things. Look, we could all leave happy if you can pull out your iPhone and take photos, or your Android phone. I want to be agnostic here.
Well, so I don't know that Torrent would be about this, right? Because I mean, from her point of view, the Osibu Mwangi are looking to sort of wipe out so they're enemies with the Sargavans, right? And so they would want to control Gate Pass just as much as the Sargavans. The Sargavans are the problem in that they're on the gates. So obviously the Osibu want to hinder that as much as possible. But from Torrent's point of view, she's kind of reluctant to give up those secrets, even copies, because the more copies that get made, the less value they have from a secrets point of view, right? So she's kind of like, I don't know that copies will work even for 1,000 gold. We don't need gold. We need to make sure that we can counter the Sargavan military effectively. Now, you don't necessarily know what Torrent's aim is, but you know that she's part of, she's part of the Gate Pass. She's a Gate Pass resistance member and part of the militia. So, you trust her, but yeah, she's reluctant. She doesn't want to copy anything. She's like, it cheapens it, and if one copy gets out there, then that we can't control, how many other copies will get made? And the next thing, everybody's got.
So
is Mike out tonight?
Do you have a problem with us studying all this stuff before we give it to you?
I emailed him and texted him, and I have not received any response.
I'm not so worried about the papers as long as we have the knowledge. If that's a problem, then we have a problem.
Well, it's a problem for Torrent. So she would say that and in under no circumstances would she want to make a copy or.
I'm not saying a copy. I'm just saying as long as we leave privy, if we can read the documents and know what's in them, I don't care who has them.
Yeah, but we don't have time for that.
Oh, well.
Because we've got to get Torrent and this information out of the city before the ground wave comes.
How many documents are there?
It's a fairly substantive stack between 50 and 100.
All right,
Stuff
but
in this case?
you get rid of the preamble and all the flowery speech. How much is there really?
I don't know. It would take a while to go through it, and it's not all military documents either. And frankly, you're not a military guy, so I mean, you'd be hard pressed to tell what's important and what's not. You know, I mean, what you really need to do, and what
Are you
Torrent would
calling me
say.
stupid?
No, you're just not a military guy. I'm not a military guy either. I wouldn't look at a set of military plans and pretend to know that I know what that means. Well, you know, or what's important among them. But
Hey, did you ever play Risk?
well, yeah, I don't know that prepared me for a job at the Pentagon.
I played Risk. I should be able to lead the 5th Battalion.
Yeah, exactly. I played many games of Risk in my youth, therefore I'm qualified.
Oh
So-
yeah, my brother and I all. So
Well, we've got 7 tanks on this side. They've only got 3. Just roll the dice.
So I'm trying to remember why. I mean, other than the information, is there some way we can share? You come with us, and we're not leaving without the information. That's not happening.
Right. And we've got to get this case and Torrent out of here.
Question:
So-
Where? I'm sorry. Torrent, what do you want to do with the case? Where are you gonna bring this case? Les. Uh-oh. I think we lost Les.
Well, lost is relative term. He did drop off unknowingly. Ow.
Well, all right.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. I gotta get.
Yeah, hopefully his internet hasn't crashed again, but
If so, well then, we would just postpone, I guess, which is too bad because I could really use a Rock'em Sock'em game of D&D tonight.
well, hold on. He might be back soon. He said his connection was a little squirrely, so
Yeah.
I feel a little guilty playing without everybody else, making decisions that could affect our entire operation.
your background freaks me out, dude, because it swallows your head, your arms.
Yeah.
You go from having hair to being bald.
Ah!
It's just freaky. Half your head goes missing.
That's better.
Is that not gonna? So every time you pick your arms up, they disappear. I'm like, oh my god, he's a floating head.
Yeah.
See, there he goes. Arms gone again.
Yeah, I'm a I'm a headless body, or a bodiless head.
Yes, and you have witch hair. It grows, it goes away.
Well, part of it is its natural gray color. Part of it is its colored color. It's the gray color that disappears. I think. I'm not sure. Let's see.
No, it does all sorts of weird stuff.
Uh,
Well, in that case, most of your head disappeared. So
I feel that way frequently. Some people tell me to look up my butt.
So yeah, well, I mean, without the DM here, the thing is, we need to get this thing, get it out of here, and go. So I mean, the only sort of issue at this point is this guy Gorang going to make it a fight or not?
And my only issue here is, what do we need to get away with, and then what's it worth to them? I say we fight if we need to, because obviously I think the game, it doesn't progress without us getting what we need. And if
Right.
and we'll fight to get what we need. But if we get what we need and we get money for it, I'm game.
Oh God, we've got another Don.
Don't be another Don. We hate that.
Look,
guy.
dude, this mission is to get these documents to save your home.
All right, then let's not compromise. Let's take the documents and get out of here.
There's always side quests, side deals.
Why are all your side quests always about money?
Well,
No, I was talking
I
to Don.
can't buy drugs and liquor with my good looks.
Now, they're not always about money with Gawker in Traveler. You're just used to Gato, and it's always about money with Gato.
Well, it's been a while since I sat in on Traveler.
I think with Traveler, I'm just trying to be something different.
Yeah, you weren't around when Mub was, doing Council of Thieves, and I was playing Mub.
Yeah, he was gone, dead, whatever he was by the time I showed up.
Right. Because he wasn't about money. Yeah, it's just, you just know that one character is all, and it's all about money with him.
I know more than one character.
What other character have I played?
Well, you actually, I guess you weren't playing a character in Council of Thieves because he went away and you started playing the bad guys.
Right.
Who is that picture of? It looks very familiar, but I can't place it.
That is a friend of mine, Doug Kaufman.
Oh,
And you've probably met Doug.
yeah. I mean, virtually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's why.
This is a scary close-up picture of him that he sent to me once, and I use it to the same effect.
It's
A
pretty
scary close-up picture.
All right, so here's the thing. So if we're just going to make a break for it, which I'm fine, we're shorthanded. How do we fight our way out of this?
Well, it's one guy.
You don't
What
fight
that
your
we
way
know
out.
of.
You attack as you run by.
Okay,
Well,
I'm game for whatever.
Well,
I'm just
and-
trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah, and I think I missed the first couple minutes of it because I got a phone call, but this guy was basically trying to negotiate, right?
Yes.
Saying
think
he'd
so,
give us
yeah.
money and stuff. So at this
Yeah.
point, if you just said, sorry, this information is vital to us trying to save our home and we have to get out of here now, there's no guarantee that the guy's going to want to fight. He might
He came
actually
here for one reason, and
Well,
he's
yeah.
willing to pay for it. So
exactly, but that's different than willing to pay with your life for it. And
True.
there's 4 of us and 1 of him. Now, I'm not
Okay.
saying that we want a battle, but I'm saying maybe we could just tell him, sorry, there's no deal here. We've got to get this to who we need to get it to in hopes of being able to save
and
Gate
hence
Pass.
where I was going with, if you want to come with us and look at the papers when we do, we can talk. I'm just trying to figure out a way to, because I don't know who's connected to or who's waiting outside. If
Right,
you guys
well-
want to fight, I'll fight.
The other thing about it, well, I'd rather not have to, but the other thing about it is, based on the initial information, the bad guys at the gate, the wolf at the gate at this point, the ones who've been dropping bombs and stuff,
Right.
they want to take over Gate Pass. The Mwangi, depending on which tribe they are, some of them also want to take over Gate Pass. So this guy could be part of a group trying to get these military secrets to do the equal and opposite thing, which still costs us our home.
Okay. I'm all ears. I'm just trying to think diplomatically. As long as we get what we need, I'm not opposed to them getting what they need. But whatever.
No,
Les's internet is still down. He's still
yeah,
in what he can do.
I got the email too.
So Andrew, play something for us.
And Oren can
Oren
be
sings
our
like
lead
bird,
singer. Oren's the lead singer. Play some Leonard Skinner.
I think somebody's had too much peanut butter. It might
It
be
sounds
time
like
to cut
Leonard
them
Skinner.
off. Oren, I so agree with you. I know people laugh at me all the time. It's normal. Yeah. Ah.
Listen,
Ah.
buddy, it's about time for bed. All right, buddy? You gotta
Oh, I'm getting tired too. It's time for bed.
Yeah.
Andrew, you're not helping.
go. All right, buddy. Come on. Listen. let's go.
Right.
So is this sort of like if the professor doesn't show up after 10 or 15 minutes, class is adjourned?
Go get
Yeah, if you want to skip the class.
I don't, but
in bed, okay?
I can't go to class like this.
Ready?
Go get. Go get. Go get. Go get.
Do you want to go get teddy bear and then go to bed?
Ah.
Yeah. All right, come back. That's this one. I'll be right back. All right, ready?
We'll be right
Can you
here.
say, all right, so say good night to Mr. Chuck, Mr. Andrew, and Mr. Don. You can say
Good night,
Hey,
Oren.
Hi,
Warren.
Oren.
good night. Sweet dreams. Good night. Can you say good night? All right. Good night.
So if Les can't get on by 9 o'clock, we'll call it. It's 8:30 now here.
It's 8:33. So we're giving him 27 minutes to get his
Yep.
shit together.
Yep.
You're very generous.
Well, no, that was a text back and forth with him. So
Oh. I haven't checked. I'm so fixed on.
I also texted Mike Phillips.
And
He hasn't texted back yet.
he might be drunk, passed out somewhere.
Yep, that sounds like Mike. So, so when Mike first joined our group, we were playing in Les's basement. Les knew him from work,
Yeah.
and he's a Mormon.
Yeah.
He's a practicing Mormon, so he doesn't drink.
Yeah.
So the first time there, I asked him, oh, do you want a beer or something like that? I just forgot, I just asked him. And Les is like, no, like lunging over the table saying, stop, don't ask him that. So it became a game then with me and Mike, where every time I would ask him, so you want a beer, root beer or something else? just to see Les's reaction. It worked well for about 3 weeks, and finally Les is like, okay, they're just dicking with me. I kind of did the same thing when I joined Council of Thieves. This was the remote Sunday night game and everything. My character developed a crush on Jen's character. But before that happened, I contacted Jen and said, Jen, do you mind if my character hits on your character? Will Gordon be upset or anything like that? And she's like, oh, screw Gordon, he doesn't care, and I don't care either. That's literally what she said. And the reason I paired it with her first and everything is I just started hitting on her through my character and her character. And both Libby and Les were like, dude, her husband's right there.
Yeah, I always wondered how that worked.
Yeah, it started out as a joke, and then just the character development continued, and it was, yeah.
Because like when it was the centaurs, I thought if Eric and I ever met in person, where were we going to throw down?
Anyway,
And fortunately, we've never met in person.
well, one day.
Hey,
Just take away Eric's spoon, you'll be fine.
Dear God, don't let the man have a spoon.
Eric,
was that a
that will go
spoon
down
or a
in history.
demi-top? Or what do you call this spoon? Espresso spoon? No, the demi-tasse is the glass. I guess
It's a
it's
soup
just a
spoon.
tiny spoon.
He offered her soup with it.
Well, I just got caught up.
It was at that moment I thought Eric should be a hostage negotiator for the
Give up the hostages, you'll be fine. If not, I'm going to beat the crap out of you.
Like, imagine if he had been working for the Carter administration during the Iran hostage crisis.
Oh man.
Ayatollah Khomeini, what do you think about my spoon? You like my spoon?
Yeah. The Traveler game has become enjoyable again. I'm really liking the upfront.
Really?
But yeah.
So what was the deal with Josh being Is Les just a pushover or?
No. Josh is a nice guy.
Oh, wait, he's recording. Oh, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he is recording. No, Josh is a great guy. We met him at an online convention, Pathfinder Society gameplay, and Les just kind of invited him to join and everything. In both campaigns he played that I was a member of, the DM basically said, whatever you want to build, do whatever you want. And he built kind of like a superhero character that was awesome at everything. Okay.
Okay.
And then he started to play that persona where I know what's best. Watch me do all this and sit back and bask in my glory. So it wasn't a team situation anymore. It was just do whatever Josh wanted to do.
I gotcha.
And it got to a head once when we were going to go to this planet for these arms for our ship.
Right.
And he's like, no, that's not a good idea. That's a dangerous place. I'll get you armed somewhere else. We'll go to this planet instead. I'm like, no, I'm going to that planet. I'm the pilot. I'm going to this planet over here. He's like, no, don't do that. And, he and I just kind of got verbally into it. And then he hit me in the game. And then Eric stuck up for me because I was, with Eric for a lot longer team wise and everything. And it just turned a little ugly. And Josh said, listen, this isn't fun for me anymore. I'm dropping off.
Right.
And
And then there he was.
And then it returned back to normal where everyone works together as a team. There is no, single person that runs everything. And
So I don't know. A Traveler is just sort of, it's an odd duck. You don't really
it
advance.
is an odd duck. I'll give you that.
It's very like make it up and go with it. Whereas Pathfinder feels like there's start, middle, end. And
and
there's
rules.
Right, there are rules.
Yeah. I think Les is doing a real good job of adapting the ancient old school Traveler rules to this Roll20
Are
platform.
you saying that because he's recording right now?
No, we would not sugarcoat anything for less. We would tell him right out.
And I played Traveler when I was a kid. I had the those Traveler black books, and I had the whole kit, and I was maybe I don't know, 10, 12, I don't know. And I played the Traveler game by myself because I had nobody who wanted to play Traveler. But I'm having fun anyway.
I'm up and down with it,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I just sort of lose interest, and other times it's I don't know why.
Well, your character though, Dr.
Wagner.
Thank you. I like him a lot. He's quirky. He's a bit maybe slightly
Oh, he's definitely. Yeah.
but I think that Wagner, he's a interesting character, and I'm curious about what Wagner's goals or motivations might be.
Don't really know, other than money and curiosity about physiology. But
Yeah.
I think part of the fun of having rules is bending them and breaking them. And then some, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Traveler.
Hey,
Can you guys hear me and see
Yeah.
me?
I hear you.
Yeah, haven't you notice we changed the subject?
I wasn't sure. No, I didn't notice. I wasn't there. My internet
Well,
did
but
that.
you were recording, so you didn't need to be.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point.
And Eric was sucking up. Let's be honest here.
Was he?
Oh yeah. Oh, Les is great. I feel experience points coming out.
Nice. Negative experience points. That's what you guys will be getting. Take a level away. Has anybody heard from Mike Phillips?
No.
All right, very curious as to what's going on there. All right, so what happened the last time we were when we were talking before? So we were
We all agreed that Les Hostetler is probably the smartest, nicest, funniest person we know.
I
That's
did not
true.
say that.
And
at
then
all.
you dropped off.
That's true.
I did not say that at all.
All right, Don, you go down a level. Your character goes down
In this game, yes.
in this game, in all my games. No, so I think we were saying, like, look, there was Torrent. On one hand, you have Torrent, who's trying to advise you guys, and basically like, look, we can't deliver these to the Osibu because we don't know what they're going to do with them, right? Only the people at the Lyceum can use this material. This was the job that I had, is to get this material to them. You know, I'm not in a position to make any deals. The Gorang is like, hey, I can get you out of the city. And Torrent's like, well, we've already got a plan to get out of the city laid in. And Gorang's like, all right, that's fine. But I'm still offering you, I'll double my offer, 2,000 for the contents, Andrew, of the case.
And so here's I think our position. We are under oath and penalty if we do not deliver this information. That doesn't mean we won't share it when we get to our destination, but we are not leaving without the information. So if you want to come with us and help us get away safely, we would be willing to cut you in on the information, but we're not leaving without it. And we'll fight to the death. Because if we don't leave with the information, we're as good as dead anyway.
Yep. So we've got nothing to lose and everything to gain by keeping the case. We have no specific quarrel with you or the Wengi, but we must keep the case.
What he said.
And you guys are headed to the Lyceum in the Flaming Forest.
Correct.
Would you mind if he goes? Would you guys mind saying this under a zone of truth? Not that I don't believe you. He's just like, I don't know you.
I fronting us the 2,000 gold pieces?
No, I can't do that. Not until I have the case in hand.
And half of it.
The material in hand. I can't front
You
anything.
want us to trust us? Trust, then show us we can trust you.
No, that's 2 times I'm trusting you. You're telling me that you'll give me the information once it gets
I
to
have
the
what you
Lyceum,
want.
and you want me to give you money? Why don't you guys give me
let's
money?
Look at facts here. I have what you want, right?
I don't. You want my 2,000 gold?
Not especially, but I would take it.
No. You know, we actually have little interest in the gold. We need to get this case to our employer. We intend to get out of Gate Pass very fast, and you can come with us if you don't cause any trouble. If you cause
What the monk
trouble,
said.
I will have to.
Like, I
sorry.
can't. So he'll think about this for a moment, and he'll basically say, "Look, I can't accompany you because I have my own people in the city that I'm going with, so I can't go with you."
Then
But
I guess you get nothing. Oh.
well, but I will meet you at the Lyceum, and maybe at that point I can make a deal with whoever you deliver this material to.
So you're not going to help us out of the city?
You said you didn't need it.
No, I said I don't need your money. That doesn't mean I wouldn't.
Torrent said you guys already had a way out of the city laid in.
But if you've got a better way, all right, that's fine. We don't need you.
We can make our own way out. I've got a plan.
So if you want to meet us at the Lyceum, you better bring a lot more money. If you're not going to get us out safely, we don't need you. We're happy to share the information, but we're not leaving without it.
So, who's got physical possession of the case right now?
I think Wraith has it.
Wraith has it. All right, good.
So basically nobody who's here, so he can't get it.
I am here.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so
He's
Wraith
just quiet.
has the case. Wraith has the case, and I think we should just go. Goreng, we shall see you at the Lyceum. Should you choose to go there later, we should be there fairly soon. Wishing you good luck and good health.
You said
All
that a lot better than I think any of us could have.
So Gorang's obviously disappointed. But I mean, I think, both Eric and Andrew made good points. Andrew's like, look, you don't have anything we want, and we're obliged to Torrent to deliver this to the Lyceum. If you want to meet us at the Lyceum, you can deal with them and that kind of stuff. So there's one. The other thing is, as Eric said, is like, look, basically Eric just reinforced the idea. Is like, look, you have nothing we need. And we have no basis in mutual trust. You don't know Gorang other than he was here trying to buy the case when you guys came in and essentially stole it and murdered everybody. So, I guess he'll say, all right, then I will see you at the Lyceum, and we'll continue this discussion at that point.
And murdered almost everybody.
And with that, he walks out the door into the street past you guys.
Did he seem very, very angry or upset?
No, well, give me a sense motive check.
Did he seem vengeful? Like, all right, I'm gonna back away now, but you know what? As soon as
Did he seem
guys
pissy?
come out, I'm gonna get them with my guys.
He was pissy with a vengeful tinge. No, roll a sense motive.
I'm trying to open my Roll20 sheet here. Here it goes. Roll20 is being a little dilatory. Roll a who? I'm sorry.
A sense motive.
Sense motive, yes, sir. Sense motive. Where'd it go?
And I don't know, Titus, if you want to, I guess everybody can. Roll. It's only 3 rolls, so I mean, if everybody wants to roll a sense motive, especially since rolled a natural 1.
Senseless motive.
I rule.
Ono's like, he seems fine.
He's great.
I have no doubt that this is going to proceed exactly as we have just discussed. And Wraith got an 8. What about you, Titus? What did you get on your sense?
I'm trying to find. With all this scrambling around with character trackers, I think this is it.
Okay.
So dirt.
Oh, wow. Two
I
natural.
like him.
Wait
He's
a second.
Nice.
2 natural 1s and a natural 2 on sense motive. Yeah, I mean, as far as you guys can tell, he's
a nice guy.
You fully expect. Well, I mean, he seems like he's on the up and up, right? He did not seem angry. Did not seem vengeful or pissy. He basically was like, "All right, if that's the deal, then that's the deal. I'll see you at the Lyceum.
Hey, Les,
when we get there." Yeah.
on your recorded meeting, it's not showing the dice rolls. You don't have that screen up. That might be on purpose, but
It's definitely on purpose.
okay. Oh, because this is
Because he doesn't
Okay.
want people to know he's cheating.
That's right.
because it's his screen also. So
It's my screen. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, I don't
okay.
like for secret stuff. So yeah, two natural 1s and a natural 2. This is going to be a great night. I have a feeling with internet outages and not
So do I invite him over for dinner and tell him all our.
Well, no, he
information?
basically said, you basically say, look, we're obligated here. We have to take it to the Lyceum. We can't give it to you. You have nothing that would entice us to break this vow to our friend Torrent, who is literally standing right there. So, you either meet us at the Lyceum or you go away empty-handed. And that's really the only chance for you to get the information in this case is to meet us at the Lyceum and deal with either us there or with Torrent's superiors there. He thinks about it for a moment. He's basically like, all right, I'll see you at the Lyceum. Good luck getting out of the city. And he bolts.
And he seemed like a really nice guy.
He seems like he's coming from a genuine place. I mean, to you guys, to your three's idea, you're pretty sure you're going to see him at the Lyceum. He seems like, well, I mean, you don't know him well enough to know if he's a nice guy or not. He was fighting the Sargavans, so I guess he's, the enemy of my
So
enemy.
I believe I'll see him at the Lyceum. This is such a nice guy. I think I'll see him at the Lyceum.
There you go.
Okay.
You'll see him at the Lyceum. All
what
right. So in the
conditions
meantime, this
can-
Randall guy is there, and he's like, I had, he goes, and so he basically says, look, if you guys are going to the Lyceum, this is what I suspected you guys were doing. He goes, this is exactly why I sought you out here. He's like, I have to stay in Gate Pass, but I would request a favor of you. And he pulls out what looks to Titus's eyes like a scroll tube. And he hands it. I guess he's standing next to, well, Arendar's not here, but he hands it to Ono. And he says, this is a message from my sister. She's at the Lyceum. I want to get her some information and alert her to what's transpiring here at Gate Pass. She is impetuous as only a fire mage can be. Her name is Karina. She is a fire mage. She has a tendency to get into trouble, which is why I'm trying to get her this information about the Sargavans, because she's on several Sargavan lists. But if you would do me this favor, I will. I'll be in your debt, and I know that we will meet again.
Karina, the fire mage, can be found at the Lyceum.
Karina, yeah, Karina can.
Karina can.
She's there now. I just need to get her a message to let her know what's happening here, because sometimes she does dumb stuff. And one of the dumb things that she might do is come here from the Lyceum and end up, out of the frying pan and into the fire. So
Yes, sir.
I don't want her to come here.
Sir, you had me at the. I'm sorry. You have me at a little bit of a disadvantage. You've given me a scroll, and the scroll is rolled up and secured.
It's in a bone tube.
Yes. I would never ever peek at your private message to your sister. However, you've given me a scroll with a message to give to someone whom I don't know in an occupied city in a time of war. Do you see the position you've put me in, sir? What can we do? Because I don't feel.
Open it if you wish. Just break the seal if you're nervous about the information contained within. I'm happy to. I have nothing to hide from you.
Les, may I do a sense motive? Is he
Considering your
pull-
last
Sure you
roll?
want to.
Absolutely. I think I'd be willing to let you do 2
is
sense
he
motive rolls.
trying to pull a fast one on? I mean,
Well, he gives you. I mean, he's kind of a roguish dude, and he'll fully admit that he sort of is. He's a something of a leader is too strong of a word, but he is part of an organization that may occasionally liberate things from other people. That's the vibe you get from him.
I get it.
But he did come here and he did capture Larian for you guys. So he did you guys a favor.
Do
And
I recognize him?
no, you don't.
Okay.
Are we still under the natural 1 sense motive?
No, you can roll again. I have a
May
feeling
I
it is.
roll a new sense motive on this guy?
Sure.
Okay, here it is. I roll a. Ooh,
Wow, 22. That's quite a difference. Natty 18. So so this guy, he seems quite open, and you get the impression that he is being genuine. He just wants to get a message to his sister, and he says, if you want to look at it, go ahead. I got nothing to hide from you guys. He goes, what I can give you, he goes, and I can't really give you anything in return. He goes, I have no money, and your friend Titus over there said that you guys don't even need money, so I wouldn't presume to offer it. But what I can tell you is that I can make sure that you mentioned that you're going to be trying to get out of the city later. I can make sure that my guys in the city know your faces and your names, and will not harass you in any way or impede you.
sir,
Mm-hmm.
I will deliver this message to Karina, the fire mage at the Lyceum. I do not feel a need for me to inspect its content. I will deliver this as soon as I get to the Lyceum.
Awesome. Her name's Karina. She She is about 5.5 feet tall, with long red hair and very pretty. Pretty much your stereotypical fire mage. He
Gotcha.
says it's kind of embarrassing that she fulfills all those stereotypes when our family is made up overwhelmingly of iconoclasts. But there you have it.
Les, is Torrent in the room?
Yeah, she's right there.
I don't see her.
She seems dubious about this guy, but she's like, whatever. Oh,
Um,
she's right. She's standing right next to Wraith.
Oh, okay. I just see a shadow. And I'm sorry. Remind me again. Who is Lorelei? Didn't we? I see a.
Oh, sorry.
Lorelei-
Lorelei is Polearm's familiar. She's not there.
Right. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I'm ready to go. I'd say, Torrent. Where is this Lyceum?
So Torrent will tell you that the Lyceum is in the forest. So it is a ways away from here. So let me just pull this up real quick, and I will show you.
If Torrent has a map, Torrent, if you have a map, I would love to see it.
She kind of does.
That's wonderful. I love maps.
It's taking me a minute here. Okay, so here you go. All right, I'm going to stop sharing this here, and then I'm going to share my Maparoo. All right, can you guys see that?
I see. Yes.
Okay. So so essentially you guys are here at Gate Pass. So when you guys escape, you will head north. This is the Fire Forest, which you guys have heard about. The Lyceum is on the other side of the Fire Forest. So you can go through or you can go around. It will take longer if you go around. So Torrent would probably say time is of the essence, so she would want you to go want you guys to go through the Fire Forest. This is also the forest, though, that you'll remember. It's in the Kavalands, which is known for the Lice hobbits, who are evil, demon-worshipping, psychotic hobbits.
Wow. Okay. Got it.
That live in that thing. So they fight the elves of the Darkreach plains, and that kind of stuff. So they are. So there's various kinds of activity. They also fight on the plains of Sargava. Those crazy hobbits, they're like the Reavers from Serenity, right? They've gone berserk. They're demon worshippers. They're crazy. They eat people. They're insane. So of course that's where you want to put your really important mage college, is right there next to those guys.
Yeah, sure. Well, now, Torrent, do you have a plan for us to travel 70 miles? Do we have ponies?
Yes, she does. So her plan, and she had mentioned this before, is to go see Councilman Arnash Menard, who is a friend of hers and a friend of the Resistance, and he's she doesn't know what the plan is, but he's gonna get you guys out of the city.
Okay. Then let's go see him right away.
All right. And Randall says, "I have your word. You'll deliver that to my sister, yes?"
You have my word.
Aha, the word of a young monk is good enough for me. I'll pass the word to my men that if they see you in the city, to leave you be, and no harassment shall befall you.
And if you if it happens to be convenient for your patriots and comrades, if they could deflect any heat they see coming our way, that would help us get to the Lyceum even faster.
If possible, I'll see what I can do. I don't know what your plans are, but like I said, if they see you in the city, I'll be given to understand that you're on your way out, and they should aid you in what sense they may, without drawing attention to you. That is.
Sounds good.
All right, excellent. Take this case. Have you opened it up or no?
I haven't.
Okay, so it is sealed. So it's essentially a bone scroll case, and it's sealed with red wax.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, deliver it to my sister Karina. Give her my regards, and tell her I hope to see her soon. And
Okay.
with that, Randall takes off.
I will tuck the case into my belt pouch, and I'm ready to go see Mr. Remind me his name.
Minash, or Menard, Ernosh Menard.
Okay, great. And so Torrance,
Think.
are we ready to go?
Erden Minash, I should say. Sorry about
Erden.
that.
Gotcha.
Erden. So yeah, she's like, yeah, let's get out of here before something bad happens.
Great. Shit. All right. So let's go. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's
All right,
do
so
it.
you guys go back out into the streets, and you're surprised. It's fairly late at night now. It's probably about 10 o'clock, and so the streets are sort of there's far fewer people here than there were when you guys came down into Elftown. Wraith, you will lead these guys back up. Torrent will give you directions. Essentially, you're going back up. It turns out that Menash's place the councilman's place is only about 5 blocks away from that depository where you guys first met River Eye Badgerface. So where you guys were there. So he only lives a little ways from there. The walk itself, as you come out of Elftown and into the primary city, is uneventful. But again, you see the sort of the results of the aerial bombing campaign. There are still people huddled around open fires in the street. There are buildings that have been destroyed or burned. There's in a couple areas there are downed wyverns with there are corpses here and there. So it's not a pleasant sight. But the trip there is uneventful, and you guys make it to the place. You get there, and it's essentially a 3-story building, which is inside of a low iron fenced off area. It doesn't seem to have been damaged in any of the aerial bombing, which is good. It's located near the depository. It's in the same district. The interesting thing about this building is that the outer walls are painted green, yellow, and purple. In various kinds of stripes and blotches and that kind of stuff. And the guards, there's a couple of guards out by the gate that are dressed in livery of the same type. It's very kind of like tie-dye almost, with this orange, yellow, and purple, very garish. The guards step forward to the gate and they say, yes, how can we help you? Torrent steps up and says, my name's Torrent. I'm with certain organizations in Gate Pass, and I'm here to see Councilman Minash. And the guards are like, well, he's not here right now. Would you like to wait? And Torrent is like, yes, that'd be great. And so they open the gate and let you guys in. Seems pretty easy. They lead you up to the building where there's another couple of guards at the front door. They sort of deliver you to those guards, and Torrent speaks up and says, "Hi, my name's Torrent. I'm an acquaintance of the councilman. We're here to meet with him. It's come to our attention that he's not here." And the guys at the door guards are, he's not here. He's at an emergency council meeting. But our expectation is that he should be back within the hour. Would you like to come in and make yourself some refreshments? You look like you've just been in a fight. Is everyone all right?
I feel great.
You look like you've been unconscious maybe more than once in the last couple hours. Is that okay?
I feel just fine.
Was that blood on your coat? What is?
Nah.
So they basically lead you in. It's essentially a parlor. There's the guards bring you there, and they'll say, "Look, we'll send a servant in to bring you some refreshments of anything you need. In the meantime, just please wait here. Don't go wandering." And Councilman Minash should be here momentarily.
Okay.
And they're only gone for a few, maybe a minute or two before the servants come in, and they're like, the councilman's guests, is there anything we can provide from food or drink or refreshment of any kind?
A potion of light healing, please.
Potion of like cure light wounds. I don't
Light
know
wounds.
that we have any of those. We could bring wine or ale if that's more to your liking.
Ale would be good.
All right.
I drink.
And if we could
only
mix in a
water.
little powder of cure light wounds, that would be good.
All we have is Advil. Is that okay?
Advil would be good.
We have Advil and Pepsi.
Advil and Pepsi would be good.
All right. So,
If you have leave in Coke, that's okay too.
is Pepsi okay?
Sure. We'll even settle for Royal Crown.
I like Royal Crown. I'm drinking Diet Right. Check that stuff out, man. Old
All right.
school. Because it doesn't have aspartame in it. That shit's toxic. So yeah, only a couple of minutes later, they bring a tray. It's got, some biscuits and some dainties that you guys can eat, little sandwiches and things like that. And
Do we
ale.
look like the kind of people that eat dainties?
Oh yeah. You guys are probably a little hungry after all the fighting you did with the elves earlier today. So
True.
yeah, so so they bring there, and you guys are only there maybe, you guys just kind of like sit around. It's actually quite it's a bit of a surreal kind of switcheroo, because you guys are just like fighting, for your, fighting to the death, and now you're now you're in this sort of like room of place. Hold on a second, let me why is this doing this?
We're in a councilman's vestibule.
Yeah, really. So it's very strange. And so you're there for about a half an hour. You have a bit of ale, maybe a little, maybe seconds on the ale, and then you hear a noise coming from the front. It's like, oh, and it sounds like somebody. Oh, those stupid asses! They don't know what they're doing. It's just crazy. I can't believe it. And hear somebody outside the doors like, "Sir, you've got guests. It's a woman named Torrent." "Oh, she's here, is she? Well, all right then." Like, well, she brought several friends with her, and they're like, "Oh, I'm glad you let me know. I will go in and see them immediately." And about that time, a guy pops in, half orc, and here is Councilman Erden Menashe. He comes in. He seems noticeably frustrated. He's like, hello, Torrent, good to see you again. You probably don't remember the last time we met. And she's like, oh, I do remember. I apologize for my tardiness. I was at a emergency council meeting. You know what those fools have done? They have opened the gates to the Sargavan forces. Even as we speak, Sargavan military forces are entering the city of Gate Pass. It's an outrage. I can't believe it. So that a bit surprised to see all of you who I don't know, but sure glad to make your acquaintance. Who might you be? Obviously friends of Torrent, but is there names, jobs, things like that, titles? Tell me.
Okay. Torrent, should we
She seems comfortable with it's like, go ahead, introduce yourselves, if you like.
hello, sir. My name is Ono. These are my colleagues, who are
The shyest of adventurers.
Titus. We are friends and denizens of Gate Pass.
Excellent. I hope you voted for me in the last council election. No, it's okay. I understand. Not everybody lives in my district. I get it. Titus, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And oh no, you young fella seem to be a strapping young man. I look like a box. I boxed in my youth, and I really enjoyed it a great deal. You look like the sort of fellow who I would have had to spar against some 20 and 30 years ago. I certainly wouldn't like to take you on right now. I'm just kidding around, of course. And what about you, young man? You with the dark hair and the angry eyes. What's your name?
Assume he's talking to me.
Yeah.
My name's Wraith.
An interesting name, an odd name. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, obviously, you guys are welcome here. I'm glad you've come. Torrent, again, great to see you. So how can I help you? Perhaps I could give you a tour of my house. let you see some of the interesting things I've collected. I used to be a member of the Resistance as well, and an adventurer. I've done quite a bit of adventuring in my time. A great deal of.
Until you took the arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
I was told that you could get us out of the city.
You heard about my arrow incident, have you? I knew you guys were well informed. You could just tell by the looks of you. Well, yes, I suppose I can help you get out of the city. Certainly, I can make certain arrangements. Still have, despite the fact that the stupid ass council has allowed the hated Sargavans into our beloved city.
I was told you could get us out of the city in haste.
Oh, that I can. It's evening tide. We'll have to wait for about an hour or two. So I send word to Captain Harriman, my man in the guard at one of the gates. He will be able to help you along. He's good at cooking up little schemes, so we'll get you out. Don't you worry.
Torrent, how long have you known our friend here, Councilman? How long have you
Minash?
Councilman Minash, yeah, she'll be said. Well, I would be. And she sort of says it a little surreptitiously because he's blathering away, but she's like, well, more I know of him than know him. I mean, we've met on a couple of occasions, and certainly he seems to remember me very well, but I can't say that we're friends. This was where I was given to understand we would be able to find help.
Torrent, do you know for sure that the gentleman can get us to Lyceum safely?
To Lyceum, no. Can he get us out of the city? Almost certainly. And what I do know is that he is undoubtedly devoted to the welfare and safety of Gate Pass, and with that, he's with us on that.
All right. I will take your word for it. We're gonna need ponies to travel 70 miles.
Understood. I'll leave that to Captain Harriman. He does patrols outside the city, which is why I chose him for this job. I'm sure he'll be able to provide you with horse flesh in the measures that you need. Now, let me get a message to him, and in the meantime, I can help you in a couple other ways. So, in addition to my council jobs, I also have been known to purchase things from adventuring types for resale, if you get my meaning. So if you have, I don't know, some sort of party booty from the last several things, you could probably sell them to me. I guarantee you I'll give you a good price, and that way you're not sneaking out with clanking away with a bunch of shield +1s and the less like. So if you have anything that you'd like to sell to me, anything of interest, I'm happy to take it off your hands. I have some ready gold, which I know would be valuable in the right hands, especially loyal Gate Passians who are getting away from the Sargavans, who will come back to haunt them, I bet. I have no doubt in my mind about you three.
Well, I have this interesting gold coin. I was hoping maybe you could look at, maybe you could keep, and when we come back, you could just sort of let us know if there's anything interesting about it. And I give him a gold coin.
Is it just a regular coin?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Is it Gate Pass? It's like a gold Gate Pass gold piece?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not a numismatist if that's your thing. But this looks like your standard. He flips it, ding, catches it. Looks like your standard Gate Pass gold. He puts a tooth to it. Yep. quality vintage. I'm happy to keep it for you if that's what you want me to do.
Well, make sure it's what you think it is.
All right, sir. An odd request, but I'm growing to like you three with your odd requests and your non sequiturs. I find you intriguing, Torrent. You always bring me. You're always bringing me the most interesting people. I like that about you. Torrent's like, I have no idea what he's talking about. So he will buy. So from a game standpoint, he will buy anything that you guys want to sell before you leave the city and take it off your hands. And he can also, because one of the things he does, he's also he has a fairly significant merchant concern. So if you guys need to buy non-magical items before you leave, or you want to stock up on something, as you get out, he can arrange for that to be brought here, and 10% book discount too, since you guys are friends of the city.
Oh.
in the meantime, he's a talker, and so despite the garish decorations, he talks a little bit about. He shows you a little bit around this parlor that he's in. You guys managed to extricate yourself from the from having to take a tour of the house, but he does have several interesting things scattered about the parlor. One of them is a bear mask, a huge bear mask, which is going to be used in the giant statue. He's like, well, we have the Festival of Dreams coming up in about a week and a half, and hopefully those fools, our goblins, will allow us to have it. They better. It's our big festival, as you know. So he's got a big bear mask that he's going to put on, one of the statues. He's got swords that are made out of woven flowers that are thing, and he's got dresses. These are for my nieces. So there's like 8 dresses, and they're all made of candy that you pull and throw off, kind of thing. Baby Snickers and little the little fun sized Tootsie Rolls and stuff like that. So that he's like, they better, the people of my district always enjoy the Festival of Dreams parades, and I just want to make sure that there's plenty of fun-sized Tootsie Rolls to go around. And that, I see another dark-haired, angry-eyed young man has come into my parlor. Hello there, sir. What's your name? And where the hell have you been for the last hour and a half?
Not sure.
I see. It's all
in Kansas anymore.
And as a quick question, since this guy has a merchant concern,
Mhm.
did everybody get to see the spreadsheet that I sent out?
Oh, the loot.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you send? Did you send it to me? You didn't send it to me.
Why would I send it to you?
I don't know.
It's
I
our
saw it,
loot.
yes.
So I could take my cut as DM.
No, there's
It's
no
only
cut.
fair.
So for those who are concerned about healing, there's a whole bunch of people that have cure light potions and one that has a cure moderate.
Yeah, but if we can mooch it out of somebody else.
No, I'm good with that. I just want to make sure that you saw it and know that you have magic.
No, it's great. Thank you.
And then as far as the mundane items, did anyone else want
Is
anything?
anyone else got hanging down to their shoelaces?
Or are we selling everything for gold piece value?
I'm not.
Are you
selling anything.
wounded, Titus?
I'm not wounded.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
Oh, no,
about your
it-
guts hanging out.
I think
No, I was asking if anyone did. Why would we sell? Or
I think Ono is injured.
Yeah.
But Ono has a cure light potion of his own.
I do. That's true. Which I should drink.
Well, you guys are not in any immediate danger, and he could patch you up. I mean, he's like, oh, do you need to see the nurse? I have a nurse on staff. I'll bring her in, and she'll sort of like, oh, this looks pretty bad, that kind of thing, and sort of
Right.
slap a patch on you. So yeah. So after her ministrations, I think you would get 5 hit points back.
Thank you.
Anybody else wounded or need anything looked at by the
I will
nurse,
take it.
by Menashe's nurse?
No.
All right, cool. So yeah, so you got the spreadsheet. If there's anything that you want to sell to him, he'll buy. If there's anything that you need that's mundane that you want to take with you, he'll sell you, and that'll be a 10% discount.
Okay. So we'll sell off the stuff we have that nobody wanted and or needed.
Right. I mean, the only thing that might conceivably help Ono is the Lux Tome, but I don't really need that, and there's nothing else that Ono really needs.
Yeah, well, I was talking about the mundane items.
Nothing really.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll just take the money for that.
Cool.
Okay, you guys will do the math on that.
I've got it.
Okay, cool. All right. So in the meantime, while Ono's being tended to by the nurse, he ordered, the servants bring in more refreshments, and he's got some news. He has a couple of stories that he tells. The first one, he talks about that there were some Gate Pass Griffin riders, aided by a druid who took the form of a giant eagle, that they were able to drive off a red dragon that was setting fire to portions of the city, and they ended up capturing 2 dragon riders. So they've got them in custody. Although he's like, they'll probably probably just hand them right back to the Sargavan military. Stupid asses. And then he talks about that there was a breach in the walls in one of the northern areas, the northern districts, which was actually fought back. Armed townsfolk sort of went in and fought the Sargavans. And they held out until the soldiers arrived and slew the invading force. But it was like a little commando unit of Sargavans, so they were actually trying to get in the city. And it's possible, and he'll admit it's possible that groups of Sargavans have gotten into the city via these commando techniques. He said there was one of the westernmost districts. There was a lot of fire and many buildings were gutted. The troops there are still fighting the fire and that kind of stuff. At one point, there was a huge earth elemental that rose up through the sewers near the houses of several council members and managed to kill some while the city defenders at the wall. So somebody had summoned a earth elemental. And there was one report where a wyvern rider had crashed into a house and killed a family, but a group of loyal Sargava or loyal Gate Passians went in and tracked down the wyvern rider and slew him. There's a lot of these things. There's one thing that I could tell you about the citizens of Gate Pass is that they're always willing to step in and help out a fellow citizen. That's one thing that the Sargavans can't take from us. I'll tell you that. So he will such a thing. Basically, he also sends out, he says, like, fetch Captain Harriman for me. He says that pretty early on the thing. And pretty soon, a guy shows up, and this is what he looks like, if you can see that. And that is Captain Harriman, also a half-orc. But Harriman shows up and basically says, he's like, and Minash is like, excuse me, I need to talk to the captain. And so he goes over there and, you can see him sort of like, points at you guys and that kind of stuff. And he's like, after a couple of minutes, he comes back. He's like, all right, Captain Harriman is going to help you. He's got a patrol scheduled for 2 a.m. tonight, which is in about an hour and a half. Hey, buddy. It's about an hour and a half from now, and he's like, look, he's going to take you back to his barracks. He's going to give you guys uniforms of the Gate Pass border guards, and you're going to join his patrol and ride out with his normally scheduled patrol, which those patrols are being allowed outside of the city. And so you'll just ride out with him. You get a little bit of ways away, and then you guys will split off. You guys will be out of the city. That work for you?
That'll work.
Yep.
All right. So there's about an hour before you guys have to leave. So everybody sort of sits around, has a couple of more drinks, refreshes, and that kind of stuff. And finally, Captain Harriman steps up and he's like, "Well, it's time. I think if you gentlemen and lady will follow me." And he basically leads you out into the street. Captain Harriman is kind of almost like, well, from a garrulousness standpoint, he's the opposite of Minash, because Minash is like, he tells stories and he's a talker. He's a politician. Harriman is a soldier, and he exhibits all of a soldier's reticence and stoicism that you've come to expect from half-orc Gate Pass guards. But he's nice enough, and he will confirm for you that the council did, and the word has already been passed to the gatekeepers and that kind of stuff, that says Sargavans, they're basically opening wide the gates. The Gate Pass will be flooded with Sargavans in the morning, and they're going to be looking to settle scores. But basically, the council overrode the loyalists and said and basically took the side of Sargava, and are to most extents giving them control of the city, which Torrent is saddened. You guys as loyal sort of Gate Pass Militsiya are like, well, we've got a new job, don't we? That kind of stuff. You guys get to the barracks. There's no one there, and he's like, "Go ahead and put these uniforms on." Basically, they're tabards that you put over your own armor. He also gives you guys full face helmets, so that your faces are covered. He's like, I trust my men, but I don't necessarily want them remembering if they get put to the question by those Sargavan bastards for whatever reason. I don't want them remembering the guys that departed from us on that one thing. Best they don't know. So he gives you guys full face masks, and essentially leads you out to the stable. At that point, some other guys start showing up, and it's obvious that they know Harriman. He knows them. He's like, "All right, boys, we've got a few extras this week or this tonight that are going to come with us. They're a special unit. They're going to break off with us after we get about a couple of miles out of the town. So that's the plan. Don't worry about it." And they're like, "Okay, boss, whatever you say." So it's not very long. You guys are given horses. Those you check the saddlebags, and the saddlebags have food and water in them. And Harriman's like, "I took care of that for you. Don't worry about it. There's enough there for about a week for each of you. The horses themselves will have to graze, so you should be okay. That should get you to where you're going. I don't know where you're going, but I was told this should be enough."
My thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Generally speaking, unless you guys have anything that you want to do that is in contradiction to what Captain Harriman says, you guys, I mean, the escape from the city is actually kind of easy. I mean, you guys are waved through. There's a lot as you reach the gate to the outside, and you go through the western gate, and you can see, there is a fair amount of fire damage over there, but you also see that there are a fair amount of Sargavan heavy infantry marching in through the gates, and they're sort of mustering there at the first district, and so you guys pass them on your horses, but it's definitely Sargavan heavy infantry. You also see several people that look like Scourge, like Inquisitors, and at least one case they've got a couple of people that look like they might be mages, and that they're being herded into an old a disused barn of sorts, or some sort of outbuilding, and the doors being shut, so they probably are being either interrogated or tortured by the
So do we
Sargavans.
get a sense of what the ratio is, enemies versus mages being herded up, and us?
Oh, the four of you, there's dozens of Sargavan heavy infantry soldiers coming in, plus officers, but it's all heavy infantry, no cavalry. They just sort of walked in, and they're just sort of like hanging around right now, waiting for it. They give off every impression that they're waiting for more orders. The Scourge guys, there's probably about a dozen of them, and at least one leader type who's giving orders. You don't recognize her, but the other ones, I don't know. It's hard to tell because you don't know who else is in that building, but they were taking 2 people into that building, and your guess is that there were others in there. So it looks to you like they have chosen that building to be sort of Scourge interrogation room 1, and they're just collecting people. So, and you also, as you guys are getting out, you do see that there are some what look to be Gate Pass people who actually are bringing a prisoner through, and they deliver them to a couple of Scourge people, and you can see that it looks like money's changing hands. You're kind of far away from that, but it looks like maybe these mercenaries. I mean, you ran into some of them earlier on, a couple of, a day or so ago, that were trying to capture people and bring them to the Sargavan Scourge. So it could be that that's what that was. But it
Do
looked
you
like
recognize any of these prisoners, or?
no, nobody you recognize. You're kind of far away, and those weren't really nobody you recognize. But I mean, you as a magic user, Titus, would be along the lines of, yeah, those guys give off the whiff of magic use.
Mm.
But yeah, but other than that, you guys were just waved past. You can see that the normal gate pass door guards are now accompanied by Sargavan officers who are standing there in Sargavan uniforms. And while they're not interfering, they're certainly watching. But you guys, with the uniforms and the full face helmets, you guys are just waved through. They're like, yeah, this is the normal patrol. They're going. So once you get outside of the city, you're moving to the west, and it's not long before you begin coming out of the mountains, and you're still high up, but you're sort of in these sort of high desert grassland kind of areas as you come out of the mountain passes, and it's about an hour to an hour and a half where Harriman sort of, his horse kind of comes back, and he's like, all right, this is where you guys break off. My understanding is that you want to go north and west. You want to take that road. You guys are going to be fine. And I wish you best of luck. And then he kind of pulls his horse away and he's like, all right, guys, this is where we split off. Good luck, you guys. And gentlemen, this way. And he turns and goes to the southwest at a fork in the road. And you guys are sort of left there. Now you guys are on horses and you got food and stuff like that. So you guys are effectively out of the city. What do you do?
All right. What's the time of day?
It's coming up. You guys are probably around 4 to 4:30 a.m. Probably coming up on dawn. You're about an hour before dawn.
Okay. That's the best time to travel. I vote we set off.
So he did tell you that there was an old abandoned watchtower about 5 miles from this fork where, nobody goes there anymore. He's pretty sure nobody's there. It would be a good spot if you guys wanted to hang out. There are still some fractured walls there. You guys can make a fire, cook some food. You should be safe there.
All right.
He's like, keep an eye out. There's Sargavans everywhere, but you should be okay there. Nobody goes there.
Should we travel only at night and not light a fire?
Are you asking Captain Harriman?
Yeah, I am actually.
He's like, well, if you're out in the he goes, if you're out in the open, I don't know that I would light a fire, but I don't know that you would have it. If you stick to if you keep an eye out and you stay away from any obvious Sargavan military, you guys should be okay.
All right. Thank you.
They're coming up from the south. So if we look back at the map, which I can show you guys again. They're coming up from the southwest. Here, I'll show you. Hold on.
Got it.
Where's my beeper here? There we go. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Sargavans have, the Sargavan military is coming up from sort of this direction, right? So they're coming to Gate Pass through here. If you can't, it's hard to see. So hold on a second. All right, can you see that blue arrow?
Yeah.
I'm going to make it yellow. Why did I do that? There you go. So that's where the Sargavas. They're coming out of Elater, coming through the mountain passes, and they're going to the western gate of Gate Pass. You guys are coming out of there, but you guys are headed in this direction. More of. So you guys are sort of headed this way. And let me do that.
And where's Lyceum?
Lyceum is about here.
Yeah.
If you can you see my arrow?
Yeah,
Okay.
with the damn hobbits.
Yeah, it's in the forest with the hobbits. Now the hobbits are mostly to the west, right? But they have been making incursions. Lyceum being, sort of the center of learning for mages around here, outside of Gate Pass. They're fully capable of fending off some cannibalistic demon worshipping hobbits, but travel to and fro is uneasy. This may be in part why Torrent wanted you guys to accompany her. It also may be in part why Rantel was willing to entrust a message for his sister there without him going personally, because he struck you as a kind of a guy who liked to work alone. But that kind of, so you guys are sort of heading almost due north, now that you've taken the fork in the road, whereas the patrol is heading sort of out this way. But yeah, so the Sargavan military, you generally speaking, if you stay north and east of Gate Pass, or mostly north of Gate Pass, you guys should avoid the bulk of them. There's probably not going to be a lot of outriders. They're focused on Gate Pass, if that makes sense.
Yep.
It makes
Okay.
sense. Okay, cool. Well, and it's how many miles till we get to Lyceum?
70.
70
About
miles?
70 miles.
So with the ponies, how far can we travel per day?
I would say close to 15 or 20 miles a day. Now, if you're being careful and you're trying to be unobtrusive, I think that's probably, I mean, if you guys were flat out running, a horse of these calibers could probably go 20, 25 miles a day. But you're not, I mean, you're not flat out. And Torrance like better to be cautious. Now that we're out of the city, the immediate danger is gone. We could be okay.
Okay.
So we'll take it slow. That we'll get there, and that way we'll avoid any issues.
So 3 days basically.
3 or 4 days, yeah.
Okay. All right. That'll work.
Okay.
That'll work.
So you guys
Onward.
travel quite a bit. You guys travel for another little ways, and you do eventually come to the this broken down tower. Essentially, it was some sort of watchtower. It is in largely ruins right now. It becomes increasingly obvious that there are a little bit of wall left, so you could back up a fire against it, and it wouldn't be seen very easily from afar. It's obvious that several others, not recently, probably within the last 3 months, there have been a couple of fires that have been placed right in that same area to try and think this is a camping spot that it looks like people do use occasionally, but it looks pretty safe. It looks pretty easy to guard, and frankly, the position is if somebody was approaching you, you would see them pretty far off. So it does look like a good spot. Captain Harriman didn't lead you wrong there. So if you guys want to rest, you guys have gone all day and all night without any rest. If you want to stay here for a couple hours and then travel on later the next day, that's certainly doable.
I vote yes.
Yeah, let's rest.
And I will be right back.
Okay. Do you guys make a fire and just sort of like camp a little bit and make some food? And
So tell us about the terrain. Do we have any reason to suspect there might be?
Small one.
yeah, I mean, Captain Harriman didn't sort of lead you wrong. I mean, it is a pretty good spot. It's moderately sheltered. It has a pretty good view of the surrounding terrain. There's enough wall left there that you can butt a fire up against it, and it would not be viewable by most people approaching unless they were approaching directly on, the line of sight on that fire, which would be odd. It would be an odd position. It's a good spot.
So is the weather temperate enough that we need to build a fire?
It's kind of cold. Remember, you're high up, so you're still pretty high in the mountains. You are moving downward,
And it's
but it is,
January.
yeah, it's like January 4th, so it is pretty chilly. Now you guys have adequate clothing on, but being outside and that kind of, even with adequate clothing, you're gonna get a chill. So a fire would not be terrible.
So we can set that up since the next stop, we might not be able to have one, depending. So set that up and camp here. I'll find a spot that makes a good sniper nest, and
Okay.
that's where I'll be able to run watch from.
Okay. Do you guys run regular watches over the course of the, so it will be dawn pretty soon. So setting a watch would be pretty easy. It'll also make a fire less likely to be spotted. But yeah, you guys are pretty wiped out. Torrent especially, she's wounded. She's been hurt. She had badgers gnawing on her quite a bit. So she's kind of wiped out. Plus she's like a middle-aged woman. So you guys are all young and strong, but she's starting to stagger a little bit.
Let's rest.
Okay. You guys trade off watches, I'm assuming, go on, two off. You guys sorry. You guys get a fair amount of sleep, and it's daytime, so it's uneasy, but yeah, the sun is pretty high. It's moderate cloud, but yeah, nobody approaches. You don't see any, those of you who are watching, you don't see any people on the road or anything like that. It's pretty deserted.
Let's proceed as far as we can for that day. So if we go 15 miles a day, we should get there on the 5th day.
Yeah, I would say on the 4th or 5th day. Now you're gonna move into the fire forest, which is dangerous in and of itself, but you should be okay. And now, if you want to go around the fire forest, that could take longer.
Let's go straight through.
Yeah, I'm good with going straight through.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got several days before that. So what do you guys, when you guys are on the road, what are you doing as far as from a point of view of scouting ahead or anything like that? Are you doing anything like that?
Yeah, I'll be out ahead.
Okay. On your horse or
Well, initially, so I'll ride, I don't know, 100 yards ahead of everyone else.
okay.
So if there are rises, I see them first. I
Okay.
can stop and look over. And if at any point I see anything that needs sort of a stealthier approach, I'll, signal back to them to wait, dismount, and stealth in to see what I need to see.
Okay. You ride for a couple hours and it's pretty desolate. You don't see any people, that kind of stuff. You do when you're riding out to sort of look down, you get to a spot where you're looking down and you see that the path sort of veers and there's like a little fork in the road there, and some scrub brush and a few trees and things like that. And you're looking there. Give me a perception check.
And it seems like a good place for an ambush.
Theoretically, from your jaded eyes, yeah, it does look like a good spot for an ambush. And as you are sort of looking, so you sort of hunker down and send the horse back a few steps, so it's not necessarily standing up at the top. You look at it, and you think you see some guys with horses in there, sort of hidden around. And while you're watching, you see another person on horseback come riding up pretty much full speed to this little treed area, this little ambush area that you're looking at. And they sort of disappear in the scrub brush, but they came from the direction of the road that you guys were on. So like you guys are moving forward. Imagine you guys are moving forward on the road. You kind of top the thing. You're looking down into a valley and you can see this sort of area that looks pretty good for an ambush. You see somebody coming riding up that looks like they could have been maybe behind you, but certainly from the direction of Gate Pass.
Okay.
And they were flat out hauling.
Yeah.
They get to this area and they slow down and they stop and then they sort of disappear in these trees. You see, at that point though, you see there's a couple, at least as they come in, there are a couple of people down there also on horseback.
Yeah. So I'm going to move back up to the horse and signal to everyone else to stop
Okay.
and get them to tie their horse to a tree or something. And I'll go back to them and tell them what I see.
Okay.
That there appears to be an ambush up ahead. One person who may have just come from Gate Pass. So I can get into the woods, into the bushes, whatever, and stealth down there and get more information. But there's at least a couple of people, probably maybe more like 3 to 5.
Well, Torrent asks you, she's like, do you think that it's possible that they're waiting for us?
Well, they're waiting for something. And regardless of whether it's us specifically or if they're just brigands, it's still a problem.
It is the direction. I mean, it is the direction that you guys have to go, and it won't from the point of view of the path. It would not necessarily be easy to skirt them without being seen pretty quickly.
Right. And the fact that one of them appears to have been riding bat out of hell style from what was possibly behind us, they could be specifically looking for us.
Could you tell, were they just regular humans?
Not really.
With a 26 perception,
Oh.
well, the rider. I mean, you only really got a decent look at the rider that was coming up fast, but he looked human sized.
Okay.
Okay.
But the other ones were just sort of shadows moving in.
Yeah, I mean, like still in the bushes, you couldn't get a good look at him. You're definitely at least a couple of people, though.
So, I mean, I can stealth up. I can go try and figure out what's going on and get more information. But I don't want us to ride into it, obviously, because it's a pretty good ambush spot.
Right.
So the question is, how do we want to go? Do we have a map of this? Or do you have a map of this?
Theoretically, I have a map of it.
So I can stop looking at this mouthy orc with a bone in his nose?
Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not on Roll20. Gimme.
Hold on.
There we go.
Okay. So yeah. So basically,
might want to change what you're logged into with the video,
why?
because we can see everything.
How can you see everything?
Because it looks like you're logged in as like a GM.
They can now see the
Yeah, we can see the
rolls
ambushes.
and everything.
Right, so. And the people hiding behind the pack of wood, there you go.
Oh man.
Yeah, typically, I think, don't you usually log in to the video machine as just a regular player?
Yeah.
It just looked like you were logged in as the GM,
Yeah,
and so we were seeing everything.
it was seeing too much.
All right. How about now? Do you still see a bunch of stuff?
Nope, perfect.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. So you guys aren't here yet, obviously. And sorry about that. And I hope that you guys have all forgotten what it was that you saw.
Or what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Perfect.
I
But
know
yeah, so
nothing.
you basically see a give me a stealth roll. Or are you sneak attacking somebody?
No, what my plan is at this point, based on what I can see now,
Okay.
is I'm going to pick either the left or the right side of the road. And the map in my roll 20 is sort of cut off a little bit on the left side compared to what you can see or what you're sharing. So it looks like if I go to the left, I can get into the woods immediately. And
Like these woods here?
yeah, it's okay. So like these woods here,
Right.
I can get into those immediately and move south.
Yep.
And if I'm stealthy enough, I can move south to here or whatever and try to see more, try to get more information. So that's what I plan on doing.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna stealth through there.
Right. So I'm going to come down this way, and that character doesn't have the correct information. So let's fix that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, since there's just 4 of us.
So I guess my initial move into the shrubbery
Mm-hmm.
was a stealth of 16.
Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. My computer is starting to screw up again. Okay. All right. So you are moving through those bushes, and how far south are you going to go? I mean, how close to the fork are you going to get?
Well, I'm going to keep moving, and it's going to be a stealth check. So it's going to be partially dependent on, do I feel like I've made noise? Do I get any reaction that somebody went, what was that? You know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, you do see that there is what looks to be a pretty substantive pile of like logs and stuff in the fork in the road. Now it leans towards the lefternmost fork.
Yeah.
And you can see. Give me a perception from where you are there. Oh, natural 20. Okay, so you can see.
There's a guy with blue eyes and a booger on his collar.
Well, what you see is behind that thing, you see a couple of guys that are on top of so the logs are stacked in such a way that there's like a redoubt behind it, right? So the stuff in front is higher than the stuff in back, and those guys are standing on there, and they've got bows, and they're ready to like shoot down the road. Then behind them are a couple of dudes on horses who are sort of standing back there. They're not really trying to hide all that much. The other thing that you notice is back here behind this little patch, this little $2 patch of grass here, there's at least a couple of guys on horses back there, and they are pretty well hidden. So these guys are right out in the open. These guys at the fork are sort of right out in the open. But the other guys, these guys are pretty well hidden.
The 2 guys off in the woods.
Mm-hmm. And there might be, and you're thinking that there might be more people back there. You can't directly see them, but you think that there might be more than 2.
Okay.
From your eyes, somebody comes along, they immediately move towards the the barricade to deal with whatever's there, and then suddenly you've got these guys that are now behind them.
Right. So
classic L-shaped ambush style.
So where I am now, can any of my party, because I'm stealthing, right? Moving quietly, hiding behind bushes. But
yep,
if I were to move out, can any of them see any signals that I give them?
You would. I mean, it depends. How far away are you guys?
Well, it looks like. Let's try the measurement thing. Arendar is only 40 feet away.
Well, I haven't. So I don't know that those guys are there. So are you guys? So I have to take off people who aren't here too. So, so
Well,
are you? Have you guys gotten that close, because you would be in full, if you guys are that close to the to this area, if you guys are on this map, and I assume that you guys weren't on the map yet.
Oh, okay, my bad. I just thought you put us where we were supposed to be.
No, I thought you guys, so I just had these guys on the map for help's sake.
For ease.
Yeah, ease
So
sake.
I'm the only one on this map now.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And I see two guys, at least two guys on horseback over there.
Yeah.
And then I see that there's this barricade that has archers behind it and two more guys on horseback.
Yep.
And you're saying, I think there may be more than two guys.
To the
There may
east.
be more than two guys over here.
Yep.
Okay.
You also see something that's kind of odd here. Can you see this right there? That little yellow thing?
Yeah, I was going to ask what those were, but I figured it'd come to it.
That is so there's a little yellow thing in the middle of it's a little yellow piece of cloth tied to a small stick, which has been sort of inserted into the ground. It stands maybe 6 inches off the ground.
Mhm.
And it's just like a little yellow thing. You know, if you were close to it and you hadn't rolled a 20, you might not even see it.
Right.
There does seem to be another one sort of over here, just about 10 feet off of the front of the wood, the logs, also stuck into the ground about 6 inches off the ground.
Okay. And then I can see another one to the west of that, which maybe my character can't, but I can.
Show me where.
Here.
Right. Yeah. Well, you wouldn't be able to see that one at this point.
Okay. So do I have any idea what these are? Well, it would be odd. They could be range markers for the archers, but do I have any idea what these are for?
No, I mean, they're just small little markers. They're not very obtrusive either. I mean,
Hit markers.
So
yeah, I mean, it could be anything, but yeah, they're
They-
just little markers.
Yeah, they could be traps of some kind as well. Because if you were just rolling down the road on a horse,
You wouldn't even think of it.
yeah, you could easily step on that, and Lord knows what that would be. All right.
Yeah, they're only about this high off the ground.
Yeah. So at this point, based on the fact that I think I've gotten a good sort of view of what's going on,
Mhm.
I'm going to stealth back to the party, who I guess is off the map over a rise or what have you.
Yeah, they're I would say a couple hundred yards back.
So I'm going to stealth back to them
Okay.
and relate what I have seen.
Based on what you tell us,
Do I need
would-
to make a stealth
would-
check?
think
No,
we-
you'll be fine.
I'm far enough away. Okay.
Yeah.
I would think we need to stealth the best we can down the east side. And basically, as soon as they see one of us, charge the people that are in the forest. Because as long as we're in the forest, the people who are archers in the road can't see us. We can't get good shots.
No.
And we attack those and make that its own fight. Now, they might close the distance, once they hear there's fighting going on in there, but at least for the first few rounds, we're not fighting all of them.
Yeah. And so looking at here, like where our characters are just for convenience,
Mhm.
if we got this far, the people over here in the woods would obviously be able to see us. Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What about the people down here? Would they see
Most
us
likely, yeah.
already?
It's pretty open, and it actually is coming downward. So you guys are coming up from a higher point, so
Mhm.
they would be able to see you guys pretty far off. Actually, and you're a little bit impressed, because from an ambush point, or if they are brigands and they're just robbing people that go by, this is a good spot.
Yeah. So up above the map. So like up above this,
Mhm.
because we're up here somewhere, right?
Right.
If we were to veer off into the woods and try to come out into a location like here, you see
Yeah.
where I'm pointing?
Okay. Or were you guys like talking about here?
No, I'm talking about here,
Okay.
where where my little purple circle is.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I see it.
These guys would be able to see us, but at that point, these guys down here would not, correct?
Probably not. Yeah, no line of sight there, because the bush, I mean, these big copses
Yeah,
of
these-
trees are
right.
pretty. I mean, they're pretty hidey, right? They're
Yeah.
pretty thick.
which is why they're ambushing here.
So what I'm thinking is, if we veer off sort of in this direction, but I go ahead and try to stealth through here,
Hmm.
then I can get to a position where once the first of us, as far as they're concerned, is seen coming through this little side pass, if they react to that, as in move towards it, then I'm behind them.
I get
Does
you.
does that make sense?
Sure.
So to in some way ambush the ambushers effectively?
I get what you're saying. Yeah. So you're trying to yeah. So yeah, exactly. You're ambushing the ambushers.
And at the same time, like Mike said, if we draw these two up here to fight up in this area, these people can't see it, can't get a shot on it. So it ends up being two separate combats. As
Right.
opposed to all so far,
Well,
there's 8 of them versus us.
they'll certainly hear it. So if you're talking about the guys down at the barricade, they will hear a fight up there. It's not super far.
So
Yeah,
they either come out of their awesome ambush
Right.
status.
They wouldn't be able to get a shot. So they either
They
have
still
to
have to
give
come.
up. Yeah, they either have to give up their protection and attempt to come up north,
Right.
or they
Wait for us.
stand there until we finish wasting these guys, and then it's another battle.
And either way, it's better than coming down the road and having all of them shooting at us every round.
Yeah.
I don't know. Frontal assault. There's a lot of appeal to that.
And I'll point out also the yellow markers in the road. Tell them I don't know what those are. They could be traps. They could just be range finders. I don't know, but they're not easy to spot. So be careful.
Okay.
All right. So is that the plan?
Well, sort
Let's
of
try it. Let's try it.
everybody's opinion. Do you want me to try to stealth over there?
I would say you stealth. I'm going to stealth 30 feet behind you. That way, if they do see you,
Okay.
I'm only one movement to basically put myself between you and them.
So I'm going to move back up here with the group, which off the
Where
map.
Are we gonna hobble the horses?
Yeah, we're going to tie them
Well,
up back there.
Torrent's like, look, I'll watch the horses. I'm not up for a fight. So if you guys are going to get into a fight, she's like, she's wiped out. She's wounded. She doesn't feel very good. She's traveling. She's like, I'm not up for a fight. And frankly, as you guys probably noticed, I don't fight much even when I was up for a fight.
Right.
So
I believe that's called the useless NPC syndrome.
exactly.
So once again over the hill, once the horses are dealt with, somebody's holding them, they're hobbled.
Yeah,
in
Torrent's
place.
like, I'll stay with the horses. I'll stay back and out of sight. That way you guys can move forward on
So
foot. And
I'm going to
I'll stay the other way.
attempt to stealth into here.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
Like I said, I would say I'm 30 feet behind him, and then I would put
Okay.
32.
would put Titus and Ono about 30 feet behind me.
Okay. Is
Yeah, Ono
everybody
basically-
stealthing?
Get up to me, and we're going to be the front line, and we're just going to start smashing heads.
I'm just going to put the horses over here and out of the way.
Thank you.
All right. So Wraith is going to be the point of the spear. Behind him, about 30 feet, Arendar also sneaking through. And I'm assuming that you're coming across here and you're going to come to this area, right? Like here. So you're going to come down this way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from where I am now,
Not quite that far over, but yes, definitely over that.
Okay.
from where I am now, I plan to try to stealth over again, to get into the bushes of the trees, to get into something I can easily hide behind.
Gotcha. All right.
And
So
so
you
this was the first move.
32 stealth is pretty good.
It's all right.
Let me just roll a passive perception. Okay. So they rolled a 6. So they immediately spot you and roll over there.
Lance is down.
You're being pretty quiet. I mean, you're a city boy, but out here in the woods, you're thinking, maybe I should take a level of ranger. I've seemed to be pretty good about these the woodslands. What about you, Arendar? You seem like the kind of fella who would ruin Wraith's opportunity to sneak up behind you.
Now, I'm not as stealthy as he is, but
He's not clumsy.
I've had
26
some
is still pretty good. All right, so you guys are sort of like, rabbiting through the thing, getting around behind them, working your way back through there. Ono and Titus, you guys have been quiet during this whole plan. So are you guys the bait in this plan? Am I reading that right?
No, they're behind us. As soon as combat starts, just jump in and kick heads.
I thought I was behind Arendar.
Yep,
Yeah.
you are.
All right, so when you say behind Arendar, I mean, how far behind are you?
Maybe just
social-
30 feet.
Social distance,
Social distancing.
6 feet behind me.
Two goats.
Yeah, we don't want our
goats.
adventure ended for COVID.
No, you feel really gross and cough a lot. All right, so you're about 30 feet behind. So Wraith is in the lead. Arendar's 30 feet behind him. Ono's 30 feet behind him. Titus, what are you? Are you going to do the same thing? You're going to be 30 feet behind Ono? Are you with Ono? Or are you coming? Are you like jauntily whistling your way as you walk down the middle of the path?
I'm jauntily casting Bless.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Yes.
A jaunty bless.
A jaunty bless.
I
That's
like it.
another
I
time.
like it a lot. All right, I'm going to
love it.
write that down here. Jaunty bless.
So which provides a bonus,
Or jaunty.
like beyond. So it's +2 instead of +1.
Well, it's +1, but you also get a +1 jaunt bonus.
That's
So if-
my point. Yes.
If anybody does anything especially jaunty or needs to make a jaunt roll, you get a bonus on that.
Yes. Thank you for clarifying that. Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
So, so how close to Ono are you? Obviously you're going to be within.
It's platonic. Whatever you're suggesting.
I'm not suggesting anything, and the fact that you brought that up seems to suggest something more, doesn't it?
You know,
Methinks the sorcerer protests too much.
Methinks the DM suggests too much.
So he is the pretty boy, so.
That is one sexy priest or one sexy monk.
I'm just
Hold
gonna,
on, I gotta tweet this. I gotta,
other than that, I'm gonna kind of hang back. I want to see what happens. I'm kind of curious about those 2 horsemen behind the tree, and I'm looking up into my spell definition to see if I can use Acid Splash's defoliation agent, aka Agent Orange.
Okay. Hold on a second. All right, so you're gonna just hang back, wait until the fireworks start, and then you're gonna like come in
I
and lay out.
blessed everybody, and they didn't
I know,
even
I know.
sneeze. What do you want from me?
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. The bless would have come before they like rushed in though. So
I anticipated sneezes, so I said bless you.
gotcha. All right, I missed that one at first, but okay, that's pretty good. All right, so okay, so put yourselves where you would be immediately prior to Wraith starting to cause trouble on the map. And if you're off the map, let me know whereabouts off the map you are.
I would say
Right.
Wraith and I are probably the only 2 on the map, and the
Okay.
other ones are just barely off the map.
Okay.
I'm sure
So you-
Wraith can shoot from a distance.
Well, yeah.
Are you? I thought you guys were going to be over here.
Well,
Right.
that was the one roll was to get on the map. If that
Yeah.
one roll was good enough that I could get over here, then I'll be over here.
Yeah, 32. Yeah, it was good enough. 26 is good enough too. So you guys
Okay.
can move over to the spot where you're going to be. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming
The other
that
2 are just a little bit north of where we're currently at, just off the
right.
map.
So about 30 feet north of there. So
Yes.
it'll take them a move action to get to the map.
Get to
and
the
then
edge
they
of the
can
map,
do
yep.
All right. So you guys are getting in position, and you also see something a little bit more dismaying. In fact, it was not just 2. It's 5 guys on horses, and they're all kind of looking around. They're actually kind of casual about this. They're just going to sit around. I don't think that they think that anybody's coming, so they don't seem massively prepared, right? They're not in like, they're not like hunkered down, waiting to ambush somebody. I don't know that they know that anybody's coming yet. So they're all kind of like sitting there on their horses, shooting the breeze. I mean, they're quiet, and they're certainly staying hidden, but they're just, they're not prepared.
Okay, we just need to make sure we focus fire. Drop one at a time. Don't everybody separate and go after your own guy.
Right.
Yeah.
We just need to concentrate on the guys that are hurt and just drop them, because we are grossly outnumbered here.
All right, there we go. Okay. So here's the thing, what we're looking at, and just a second of recon. This guy, what does he look like?
Standard kind of thug looking dude. He looks a little worse for wear. He doesn't look too tight. He's got a he's got a longbow across his saddle horn, and he's got a short sword out at his belt, long knife.
And this chick?
So she looks different. So she looks a little, well, she's certainly dressed better. She also has a longbow attached to her thing. She also has a spear, in a sleeve, which could be used for charging and lancing. And she's wearing sort of a leather jerkin. So you're not sure Ranger maybe, Cavalier possibly. You're not sure, but she certainly doesn't. She gives off a whiff of respectability that the first guy does not.
And this guy.
So that guy, you can. I don't know if you can see him clearly. Hold on a second. I'm on the wrong
I can't,
level.
but he looks fancy. There you go.
Did it come up? It didn't come up on mine yet.
It did for mine.
There we go.
So he's a half orc with
Hobgoblin is what you're thinking.
Ooh, okay.
So he looks like a hobgoblin. He looks serious. He's got high quality armor. He's got a battle axe at his hip. He's got a proper lance. And he looks like but of the 5 guys that you see on horseback here, he looks like he would be the most trouble. The regular mokes are sort of like, these 2 guys in the very south are talking amongst themselves. This guy's just quiet. These 2, the hobgoblin and the woman, they give you the impression that they are probably
More formidable.
more formidable, but also acquaintances. Like
Okay.
they obviously know each other the way they talk to each other.
Okay. So I'll try to hand sign so that I don't make any noise to Arendar. Which is target 1?
Her,
Which is target 2?
Here's the signal.
the hobgoblin.
Okay.
He's the most dangerous, but he might take a bit to go down. I'd rather get the dangerous squishy one out of the way
Okay.
and then start on him.
Okay. So from where I am, according to this, she has, why is that not working properly? She's within 30 feet. She doesn't know I'm there. So sneak attack damage applies.
Correct.
So
he's doing his surprise
yeah.
attack,
So
and then I guess all of us roll initiative.
Well, no, I think you would probably, I think each of you will he'll get a surprise attack, and then each of you will get a surprise action, and then we'll roll initiative.
okay. So for me, then my surprise attack is going to be rapid shot on the chick.
Okay.
So we ready for that?
I'm ready. Boom.
20
Okay.
to hit
20 will hit.
and an 11 to hit. And that's actually, those are both +1. So 21 to hit and 12 to hit.
12 will miss. So that other
Okay.
arrow goes off.
So 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. The arrow buries itself into her leg, and you hear her just like, ow, as this thing goes around. So these guys start like a look at the guys who are listed as thugs. They start looking around. She's yelping. Zed, the hobgoblin, well, he doesn't get a chance to yet, but he looks like he's about to dismount.
Okay.
One gets the sense that he immediately kens the tactical situation of a sneak
Yeah.
attack on the sneak attackers,
Yeah.
and he doesn't want to be a big fat target on top of a horse.
Oh, come on.
All right. So the rest of you at this point get an action worth of surprise. You hear her yell out, "Ah! I got an arrow in my leg. This sucks!" And so you're running up to her.
Yep.
Okay. I did not expect
one
that.
action. That's all I can do.
Okay. Oh no! What are you going to use? What are you going to do with your action?
Am I really all the way back here?
No, you're
No.
basically off the map. So what I'm going to say is that you can place
Actually, those 2 can use their action to get on the map.
Right, exactly. So I'm going to say that you guys can use your action to play. Oh, Jesus. You guys can place yourself anywhere in this line, and that will be your action. You see that box? So you guys have the option to place yourself in any square within that box.
Thank you.
Got
it. All right.
As your action.
And how far away were you, Mike? Was that more than one movement to get there?
It was 25 feet, so it was almost one movement to get there.
But don't you still get an attack after a single movement?
Not a single. He only gets a single action.
He's basically
Oh, because it's a surprise round. Okay,
Yes,
my
a
bad.
round action.
That makes sense. Okay. So now we do initiative.
Well, Titus, where are you gonna post up? Anywhere in that yellow box.
Put yourself between the other 2.
Put myself where?
Between the other 2, you need protection.
Yes, you're
It
right.
sounds so
what,
dirty when you
like
say it.
between Wraith and
Well, when they're
Nishida.
talking about the whole relationship thing, I'm just saying, you have to have protection.
Okay,
right, cool.
that's a good point, and you got to make sure they're not beyond their expiration date.
There
Right.
you go. All right, let's roll some initiative. All right, let me see what these guys' initiatives are. Suck. All right, hold on.
All right, Shaka. It's okay.
First things first.
Highlighted and
All right, she
I get in there.
is.
Hold on. Initiative.
She is okay. Where's your initiative?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There it is. She's being coy with her initiative roll. And she's being also, well, I mean, that kind of makes a certain kind of sense. She just got an arrow to the knee. She used to be an adventurer, just like me.
Just
Okay, he's
an
there.
arrow to me.
She took one to the knee. Ooh, there we go. Good man, good man. All right. Okay, everybody in? Did everybody
I think so.
Wraith, Arendar? Oh no. Titus, did you roll? Did you roll an ish? I can't see it.
No, I did not.
Please do
I
so.
didn't know that was a thing. Let me do that right now.
Please do so, my good man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What'd you get?
11.
11. All right, let me get you in the thing here. Poops. Hold on a second. Oh, you stop already. All right, hold on. I'm going to move you. Titus, Ono, what are your respective dexes?
Okay, my dex
Didn't
is
tell me this was gonna be a quiz.
Oh,
20.
it's always a quiz. They don't call this Math Finder for no reason.
+3, 17.
Okay, so +3 for Titus. What was yours, Ono?
20 plus 5.
Okay. Ono's going to go first. All right, let's sort them and port them. All right, first things first. This guy, the Hobgoblin, completes his action. His first action is going to be him dismounting from the horse. He lands there. He looks at Arendar, and you can hear him say, I'll be back. I'll come for you next. And he pops into the bushes, in which case, and then he's going to try, once he gets in there, he's going to try and stealth. So let me roll that. So Arendar, you and Wraith, give me perception. Contested perception check. Okay, Wraith, you don't see him. Arendar, you do see him, but you see him, what he's done is he's plunged into the thing and he's circling around towards, it looks like towards Wraith.
Yeah, I'm calling back and say, Wraith, he's coming to from your left.
It's coming to you. Wraith, your turn.
And the chick is still alive?
She's still alive, but she is not happy. And she's looking at Arendar. She's scrambling to try and get what looks to be that spear, or you recognize it now as a javelin out of the thing. She's got several of them in that sleeve. And she's at the same time, she's pulling the arrow out.
All right, so I'm going to do another rapid shot on her.
Okay.
16 and 19.
Hold on a sec. 16 will hit, 19 will hit. So yeah, that's 2 hits. Ooch.
So 6 points of damage for the first one. And
No, it's not.
What do
She
you
hasn't gone yet, so she's still flat-footed.
Oh, okay. So
Attacks on all these.
8 points of damage for the first one.
Well, don't forget +1 for bless.
I thought that
you
was
don't get
just
it.
a hit.
That's just a hit.
Oh,
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19 points.
19 points. All right. The first arrow takes her, as she's trying to draw her javelin and sort of try to make sense of the fact that this dude just appeared out of nowhere. The second arrow takes her high in the shoulder. The third one in the throat, and you see her sort of slump backwards. It looks like the original arrow sort of pinned her to her horse, and she looks pretty dead. The horse begins to move away from you. It's like, and it's beginning to move sort of to the east.
Nicely done.
And it moves a little bit. It sort of like sort of stutters out of the way as she gets hit. But yeah, she's got 3 arrows in her, and she looks pretty dead. Wraith, you gonna move at all or anything like that?
No, because I think rapid shots.
Yeah, rapid shots full
Full
attack.
action. Okay. So, oh no, what do you do?
Let's see.
I think you can see Arendar. I don't think you can. I don't think you're in a position. Neither you and Titus are in a position to see Zed.
Right. So I don't see Zed. I see that Wraith. No, somebody has just killed a woman on a horse.
Yeah.
And I see
That's Wraith. He's a woman killer.
Woman killer.
And there's I see a guy on a horse right there. I'm gonna assume he needs a punch. So I'm gonna go 1,
That's a safe assumption.
2, 3. Can I hit him from there?
Sure. Yeah, you could punch upward or just like punch him right in the. I mean, he's on a horse, but I mean, it's not like he's 20 feet in the air. So yeah, you could punch him.
Boot to the head.
Yeah, just leave, flying, scream kick.
Now wait. Can I do a stunning?
Stunning fist, yes. Yeah,
I think so. As long as you can do it as part of a standard action.
yeah, you can.
Okay.
I'm gonna try a stunning fist. I think
Basically, you have to swing and hit first.
Okay, but well, do I need to announce stunning fist before I roll?
Yes, because
I
you
think
lose
so,
it
yeah.
regardless.
Okay,
Whether you hit or not.
I hereby announce stunning fist.
Okay.
It is announced, and I'm gonna do my single unarmed crane style strike. And here it goes.
18 will hit.
Okay. And
So 6 points of puncharoo damage. So we'll do that. It's a
And-
pretty solid punch. And what does stunning fist do?
let's see, stunning
Stuns him
fist.
for 1 round.
Stuns him for 1 round. So here's a question: can you stay in a saddle if you are stunned?
Yes.
Well, he's not like strapped in or anything.
It basically makes you drop what you're holding, but it doesn't knock you over or anything like that. So if he had like a weapon in his hand, he'd probably drop that off the horse.
He didn't have any weapons in his hand because they weren't,
Right, so-
prepared.
For him, I think it just means he just doesn't act on his turn,
He just doesn't act on his turn. Okay, let me just check real quick. Stunnage.
which makes
Mine-
sense. Some monk jumps out of the trees and kicks you in the face. That was the last time you-
Oh, yeah, you would drop something.
I thought you said he had a bow across his lap.
Well, it was across a saddle horn, right? So, but it wasn't like in his hand. He wasn't preparing to shoot anybody. It was just sort of laying there.
Okay.
He wasn't like, he didn't have an arrow knocked or anything like that.
Well,
because
right,
there
but I'm
was
just
nobody
thinking-
on the road.
If he's holding it and it's like in his lap, that would be different. If he's got it like cinched to something, that's
Yeah, it's kind of hooked around the horn of his saddle, where he could get it pretty quickly if he needed it, but he didn't have it ready to go. So yeah, so he also has -2 penalty to AC, loses his Dex bonus. Rogues.
I
And
heard you.
+4 bonus to attack rolls for combat maneuvers if you're into that sort of thing. Oh no. All right, so that's oh no. Titus, what do you do? I just imagine you've got something horrible in mind for one of these guys.
I'm gonna do an acid splash on this guy.
Okay. So he has -4 to AC, which makes his effective AC,
And it's touch AC that he's trying to hit. So
and it's touch too. Yeah. So their touch AC is 10. -4 to that would be a 6 or better. I bet you. Do you get any bonuses on your roll for
Plus
that?
one.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bless.
probably +5, +2 for the +2 for the base attack and probably +3 from the dex.
Yep. Plus
Plus-
bless.
But just
Plus
don't
one.
roll a 1.
Yeah, +1 from bless.
Yeah, basically all you got to do is not roll a 1 because he's standing very still after Ono just booted him. Yep, that's it.
Hot dog.
So D6 divided by 2.
You're just sitting there on your horse.
Oh,
All of a sudden,
Jesus.
somebody
Oh,
kicks you in the
God.
face. The hell was that?
Just randomly sitting down on a horse and some crazy 18-year-old kid pops out of the bushes and kicks you in the face. 4 points of acid damage. He did not like that.
2 points. 2 points.
He's like, my face? Why do you keep throwing acid in my face, kicking me in the face? What is going on? All right, Titus. Titus, you want to move or anything like that? Move out into the open where somebody could, I don't know, draw a lance and run you down in the...
Oh yeah, I totally want to be a sitting duck. Did I
Perfect.
say duck? I meant schmuck.
Okay.
I'm good where I am.
All right. Arendar.
Okay. Since I see him, I'm moving up to him.
Okay, so you're going to run into the bushes?
Yep.
All right.
I am single swing. So 18 to hit.
18? Hold on a second. That is going to miss. Your attack clanks off of his armor, and you realize that he's got a plate mail cuirass on underneath his various, like, sort of brown clothing. So,
Okay.
yeah, he's armored.
Okay.
And that is a miss. Would you say 18? Yeah.
All right. That's it.
All right. He's like, you should have stayed with Trinja, idiot. Now I'm gonna have to finish you off, he says to you. All right, Thug's turn. This guy can't do squat. These guys are just like, the fuck. So they are gonna, you see this guy say, go that way. And so this guy, he's like, go around. And so this guy takes off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's gonna do a double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's coming around the trees because you can't go through them. This guy is going to take a move action to pull his bow and arrow and knock an arrow, and he is going to shoot at the only target that he sees right now, which is Ono. And Ono's going to get cover because he's behind the guy's horse. So Ono, you're going to get partial cover, which means
Number 2.
20% mischance.
Okay.
So he is going to fire a single arrow. Let's see what their arrow firing's at. Is +2.
Right into his buddy's horse.
Right into his buddy's horse. Yeah, that's going to be the perfect, for a fumble here. So it feels right. 16. Would that hit you, Ono?
No, sir.
All right, so that arrow goes away. He's like, I try not to hit you. Move out of the way, you dunce. He's yelling at that guy on the horse. He's not responding. So that kind of thing. So
I was waiting for the arrow to hit the horse. The horse rears up and drops stun guy on his head.
These guys need to make
That would have been funny.
That would be funny. Where's perception? Hold on, where's their perception roll? Handle animal. Nobody uses that anymore. There we go. +2. So these two guys down here are going to make their perception rolls. Ooh, nat 20 and a 7. So one of them is like, I think there's a fight. Hey, and he's looking at this guy going, where's that guy going? And this guy yells out, we need help. So this guy is going to come around this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then this guy's going to be like, whoa, what's going on? I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. So he doesn't do shit. All right, those are the thugs. Now it's Zed's turn. Here we go. All right, so Zed has that battle axe with him, and he is bringing it to bear on you. You are not going to like this. Okay, so he takes a swipe at you with that battle axe. 13, and he takes another swipe at you with a battle axe. 12, so 2 misses. So you're very dexterous. So he's like, ha ha ha! I like the fast ones. They're much more satisfying to kill. Sorry about them have to do this to you. Don't know who you are, but they said that we had to capture you, so this is it. Raid's turn.
Okay, so now that he's fighting with Arendar, can I see him? He's broken stealth, right?
Yeah, he's broken stealth. He's out. You could definitely see him, and you see him and Arendar are just like, yeah, ting, 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 ting.
So I'm going to do one move to here.
Okay.
And can I draw a line of sight through the trees?
Yes, but again, partial cover.
Okay, so then I'm going to try to shoot him.
All right. 24 will
26 to
hit.
hit.
26 will hit. Now I need partial cover, so 20% miss chance.
Okay, so I need a D100.
Yep.
And I'll take high.
All right.
Doesn't
All
matter.
right.
Nice
That's
and
a
in
hit.
the middle. So he takes 8, 9. There's no flank, so he takes 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Good. Oh, God dang it. That hurt. So he takes the damage. He swings back. He looks around. He's like, "Oh, that was my guy." And he's looking around. He's not happy about that. Oh no!
Okay.
Arrow just flew over your head. Wasn't this guy that you kicked in the face? Although this guy's face is a little melty.
Okay. Is the guy still upright and
He's
breathing?
sort of like woggling around. He's like, "What in the hell's going on?" Like, you see his hand sort of like going up in his face. He's like, "Oh, my face is melting, and it's been kicked."
Well, something needs to be consistent in this guy's life, so I'm gonna kick him again.
Okay.
Don't want to take him out of his comfort zone.
11.
Ooh, he misses. Trying to avoid where the acid melted his face and kick him on the other side. You missed him.
Well,
I'm not seeing any of his swings.
Oh, wait. He is stunned.
Yeah. So -4 to AC.
So -4 to AC, which would make this a hit.
So I hit him for just 4.
4 bludge.
Just 4. So
And I can't see any of Eric's rolls either.
Yeah.
Really.
And then after Eric's turn, the stun goes away.
I can see Eric's. Well, he's they're just to me.
Oh, okay.
Should I hold on. There.
No, it's no biggie. I
Try
can't
it
see
now.
him.
It should work now. I'm not sure why it was set to whisper rolls. Anyway, I rolled an E11, but he was stunned.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you booted him on the face, did some damage. Are you gonna move, or are you gonna stay there and keep kicking him?
I
It
guess
just
I
seems
get
rude, frankly.
just 1 attack per round at level 3.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stay focused on this guy. He's not down yet. I hate leaving loose ends.
I get you. All right, Titus. Melt the other side of the guy's face.
Yeah, I'm gonna melt yeah, why wouldn't I?
Feels like I'm melting. It feels the weather's just right for melting dudes' faces.
So now it's
19.
19, that's a hit.
All right. Here's Demond.
Guys, the guy starts screaming at this
Wait,
point.
sorry. I'm going to roll a D6.
Yeah. Ooh, 3 more points of acid damage. The guy is screaming at this point. His face is all melty. He's been kicked twice. He's not stunned anymore, though. He's coming to his senses now that he's got.
And all of them hurt.
Yeah, now that he's got like half a dozen hit points left, he's like, ah! So he's yelling, and it's the sound is echoing through this little valley. Titus, move at all or no? Stay where you are.
I'm going to stay where I am. It seems like a nice spot.
He's got a good spot. Ernar. This guy just took an arrow. You suspect it's Wraith's arrow, so you're not sure what he's going to do next. But he did take 2 swipes at you with that battle axe.
Right. Take a 5-foot step to there, and then swinging.
Okay. That is a natural 20, for
Crit.
which I hate you.
Does not crit.
Not
15
crit.
points.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, because that'd have been 33 points.
That would have sucked. So how many points now?
11 points.
11 points of damage. That hurt him. So he is unhappy about that and bleeding profusely after this big strike from the Falcata. All right. And you moved, so that's it for you. All right. Thug's turn. So this guy is like, hell with this. And he's riding away. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. Now, so he's disengaging. He is not withdrawing. So Ono, you would get an attack of opportunity, or as I like to say, a kick of consequence if you want to take it.
Okay.
Kick of
here it comes.
Boot to
And
the head.
13.
That's that's because he's not stunned anymore. That's gonna
14.
miss.
It's a 14 with bless.
14 is gonna hit. I hate you.
Don't forget your bless, kids.
Oh,
All right.
the blessed. Thank you. The blessed. You know, I'm blessed to be reminded of my bless. So
Yes.
Count your blessings.
There you go.
I am, and I'm grateful.
All right,
You're-
he takes off. You flip up in the air with one of those weirdo kicks that you do, and you get him right in the back of the head. He flies forward, and his head hits that saddle horn hard. You hear, I mean, it sounds like two bowling balls clunking together. And he's like in the saddle, and his horse is just taking off down the road. You can hear this guy who's coming around yelling, "Where are you going?" You know, that kind of thing. And you see him, he's just like in the saddle, like as his horse sort of like trucks down this way, and he heads that way. This guy comes around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna have to take a double move because he can't see you. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's low. He's got a spear out and he's lowering it. He looks like he's gonna try and run you down. Oh no. This guy is going to fire an arrow. He can fire 2 arrows at +2. So he's going to fire 2 arrows at Ono. First one, second one. That's nice. Oh wait, sorry. The second one's not the second one. So this is the second one. 15. Either of those hit you at 11 or 15?
No, sir.
Okay, so 2 arrows go wicking into the thing. Titus, you're just like, is he firing at me? I can't tell. He's terrible. This guy yells back, "There's guys up here. Something's wrong." And this guy is going to move. So he's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gallop, gallop, gallop as he's moving forward. This guy is going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12 comes around the right side, and he is galloping that way. All right, these guys. You hear the other guy yell out, "Hold your position!" to some people that you can't see. Zed is going to do a full action withdrawal. 1, 2, to avoid attacks of opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Which way does he go? That way?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, "Fuck this," and he runs. He's going behind this little like patch of exposed rock here. So he does that. Wraith, what do you do?
I come
Chase,
over here.
giving chase?
Well, I don't have to give chase. I can get here. He doesn't have cover.
He does not have cover.
So rapid shot.
Okay.
11
11 will miss,
and a
and
13.
12 and a 13 will. Both of those arrows will miss.
Okay.
One of them flies ahead of him. The other one spangs off of his armor. Pating! He keeps running. All right.
Next round, he keeps running.
All right. Oh no.
All right.
So this guy's galloping is too strong a word, but he's sort of charging you. He's got a spear out and it's lowered, and he looks like he's going to try and skewer you from atop that horse.
Okay. I'm going to run toward him, jump up, and kick him.
All right, so you're going to charge him, leap up, and try and boot him off of the saddle?
Yes.
Okay, so you just run up there and flying drop kick.
1, 2, 3, 4, and this guy here, right?
Yep.
Here it comes. Here comes trouble. And damn it.
That's gonna be a miss. You miss him,
Well,
and hyperextend your knee.
mhm.
No, you don't. But yeah, you miss him. But you did forestall the charge. He cannot charge you now at this point because you're too close. So he's trying to bring that spear around and give you a stab. But thankfully, he's like woeing his horse, so he stops. All right, that's oh no, Titus, what are you doing?
That's a good question. I am going to acid splash the guy next to Ono.
Okay.
So let's do that.
Mike, what are those? Are you sending messages?
No, I would
Twen-
never do something like that.
24.
Okay. 24 is a hit. More
All
acid
right.
to the face. You are melting these guys' faces.
It's fun. It's what I do as a hobby.
Mm.
1.
1 point, did you say?
Yep.
Okay. Not much. I mean, you get like a little slash of acid on it. He looks at you. He's like, "Ah, it's you."
How can he see me?
You just
I'm
shot
hiding
acid
in
at
the
him. You're not.
trees.
You're not. You can't hide and shoot acid at the same time, dude.
I'm part bonobo. I think I can.
Well, there are parts of you that I think are part bonobo. I would guess, yeah. But no, in this case, if you're gonna shoot acid at a dude, and hit him, he's pretty much got you pegged. But he is kind of far away, and he's got a crazy monk next to him, so he's a little bit busy right now. So okay, are you gonna stay there? Or are you gonna move?
I think I'm gonna stay there.
All right, Arendar. Guy just ran away.
Yeah.
I think you heard in Hobgoblin
is
an
this a
audible
guy?
"fuck this."
Yeah.
This guy here.
Is that a guy on that horse, or is that just an empty horse right there?
This is an empty horse. That was his horse. That was
Okay.
Zed's horse.
Then
He
this has
jumped
a
off
guy
of it.
on it still with him. He's shooting an arrow.
Well, he was shooting arrows at Ono. Now he can't see Ono, so he's probably going to be looking to try and angle his horse through there, probably somehow.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move up to here and take a swing at him.
You're just going to run up there like, ah! Shunk.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right, go for it. 20 will hit. And 11 points of damage.
Yep.
Solid hit, but certainly not enough to kill the man, as he partially blocks it with his bow,
With his flesh.
with his and his flesh. Save the horse. That's what he's thinking. All right, so that you do that. You run in there. All right, Thug's turn. This guy is out of commission. This Thug is going to try and stab Ono with his spear. So let's do that. Let me just go ahead and get that out of the water. So he is a +2 spear guy. Jesus, if I can roll anything but a 7, 8, or a 9, I would be dangerous. All right,
I'm good with it.
this guy's gonna come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he's
I
gonna
see
come
Doug
in
on
here.
there. Doesn't Doug do 5th edition?
That's not Doug.
That's Dom.
It sounded like Don, but I was
It's
like,
Don.
that's a picture of
Using
Doug.
a super close-up scary picture of Doug as he
Yeah.
Oh, so we're
described
doing
it.
the whole Marcus thing again.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So he comes here. He does not have a stab ready for you, but he's going to try and stab you next turn. This guy next to Arendar, he's got his bow in his hand. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna put his spurs to the horse and drive it back a couple of feet so that he can bring his bow to bear and shoot at you. 18 hit you?
Nope.
Oh, all right. Arrow goes in the weeds.
Goes off the shield.
Ting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's coming up there. You hear him yelling back towards the barricade. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. We're under attack. And then, hold on, I gotta roll.
And then I say, yes, stay where you are.
I gotta roll quick.
We'll get with you in a minute.
Well, he's not. Oh, geez, these guys are like, what's going on? I don't know. Is something happening?
He said, "Stay here. I'm going to stay here."
Who's doing all that yelling? Okay, so that is Le Thugs. Zed, he's hauling. He knows he's getting attacked, so he is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, cutting over the difficult terrain. 5, 6 to get behind here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He goes due south. So he spent 2 points
Wait,
to go over
Dude has heavy armor and he's got a 30 move each round.
Yeah, he's fast.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
He's fast.
Heavy
Hobgoblin,
armor,
man.
Heavy armor takes 30 to 20.
In this case, he's got the speed.
Okay.
All right, so he does that. Wraith's turn.
Let's see here.
But he has interposed that clump of trees. You can't see him now. And he's got more trees next to him. He's a tactically astute hobgoblin.
Yeah, whatever. Is this tree, is any part of this difficult terrain?
No, you go under it. You just can't see through it.
Okay, so I'm going to go to here. And that's a double move.
Okay, you can see him here.
Well, I'm not, at this point, I'm not worried about him. He seems to be perfectly happy with fleeing. So,
Yeah, he does. He seems to be doing a great job of it too.
Yeah, and so it's a double move to get here.
Okay.
At this point, if he continues fleeing, like to the east, then I'll probably just let him go. But I'm going to end up going down here and taking out this row of archers.
Okay, give me a perception check.
28.
28. Damn, you have perception checks. You got eagle eyes, my man.
I'm a thief. I mean, rogue.
All
I mean,
right.
Don. I'm a Don.
So hold on.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Well, basically, Rafe is a Gato. That's
Well,
the
there you
funny
go.
part. That's the funny part about Don sitting in on this adventure. He gets to see me not being a goody goody.
Okay. Yeah, 28. So you see, whoops, hold on a second. So you see another horse. So do you see that line of orange bushes along the way?
Yeah.
They're lower. They're not as high as trees. They're just sort of like hedges almost.
Okay.
So they're only about 4 feet tall. Over the top of that, though, you see this guy sitting on a horse, and he's just sort of come out from this little area back here, sort of cantering out there, and he looks like this.
Okay.
All right.
Can you
and-
center the
Doesn't
map
have
for me?
work.
Because I don't see him. Ah, okay. There we go. Thank you. I didn't go far enough south.
Iron.
So he's over 100 feet away, but you
Right.
can see him. He's sort of like, he hears it. Basically what you think is happening is he's hearing a lot of noise, and he's sort of gingerly popping his head out to look at him. You just happen to be in a position because you've got an angle to see
Right.
where he is. Nobody else would be able to see him, but he's kind of looking down towards the barricade
Okay.
and staying behind these bushes. He sort of like has just moved forward a couple of steps with his horse
Okay.
out from behind this area here. So you're wondering that there may be more people back there too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because this path kind of, well, yeah, good.
Okay. Oh no.
All right. Great. Where am I now?
Well, you've got two guys on horses surrounding. They're both trying to stick you with spears. Now, this guy knows that Titus is in the woods because he just got hit by a little bit of acid. This guy has no idea. He just came around, saw this guy fighting, sees this crazy person doing flying drop kicks on a guy on a horse, and decided to get involved.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep doing my crane style fighting rather than flurry of blows. So I still get.
You can do both at the same time.
Sorry, what?
You can do both at the same time.
I can?
Yes.
I did not know this.
The crane style takes away from your attack and adds to your defense.
Yes.
That's just like it's a fighting style. So you can do that and then still do normal, whatever you can normally do. So your attacks are all going to be at a penalty, but your AC is going to be high, which I assume that AC of 21 is with the crane style.
Right.
So
Right, so you got to take it, but yeah, you can use full
when I played
attacks.
a monk and I've used that fighting style, I left that fighting style going 100% of the time. There's no reason for you not to use that fighting style.
That's
So just leave it on all the time, and then you can do any power attacks or any flurry of blows or anything else that you want to do on top of that. It just, like I said, it takes away from your attack bonus, so you will hit less often with it, but the trade-off is very few people hit you, so it's worth it.
I get. Okay, that makes more sense now. So I think I get 2 attacks per round.
Yes.
Okay, then I've been doing just 1, I think. All right. So I'm gonna hit this guy twice. Then
Flurry of boots.
yes,
I like it.
here it comes.
Attack number 7, attack number 2, 8. Even with an 8 and a 9, those both boots are gonna miss.
Very well.
The guy smiles. It's death time for you, boot man.
Actually, oh no, is barefoot.
Okay. Lack of boot, man.
It's still a boot to the head, even though he doesn't have a boot.
It's more like a rough-hewn ankle to the head.
Right.
Awesome. All right. So 2 misses there. Titus, you're up. More acid, my good man.
Hmm.
Hey, if it works.
Yeah.
Actually, Ono is more like don't mess with the Zohan. Smell it, take it.
So why does the guy fighting Ono appear to have all those hit points when I
It's the
erase-
horse.
The horse does.
So okay. So do I need to shoot the horse out from under him? Or?
No.
No.
Well, you can certainly. I mean, it's an option. And probably a valid tactical option.
So
Just
19.
shoot the man.
So who are you shooting? A man or a horse?
The
And
guy who already saw me.
This guy. Okay, so
The guy
The
19's
who
a
horse
hit.
saw you too.
Well, I'll get the horse next.
The horse saw you too.
I have a soft spot in my heart for horses. Horses.
The horse has done nothing for you, nothing to you.
Are we talking about horse or horses? Because that's different.
You caught me.
Well, he just said he has a soft spot for horses, but he also said the horse is next.
I heard he had a soft spot for whores. I'm sorry, maybe my mics or my speakers are not working, but
So 2. 2 points of damage. I'm not going to get into semantics with a wild bunch.
Actually, is it the D5? Is it the 5 of D6?
Yeah. So isn't it half a D6 in damage?
It rounds up, so it's 3.
Oh, okay. I thought it was down. All right, 3. Woohoo! Did less drop off?
yeah, he looks froze.
All right,
Then we
so
loot everybody now.
that was
Might be a lot
18
easier
points
cut.
damage.
And
Yep,
there
he's
he
gone.
goes. So
So-
in a minute, you'll get the email that says his internet went down again.
So has he been having internet issues tonight then?
Yeah,
What's going on with Gordon and Jennifer?
they are in Punta Cana
Oh, okay.
and they're having problems with internet and they can't run Zoom from there.
Right.
Oh,
It's
it
just a
can't?
bad internet altogether. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, they don't have the
Bad
bandwidth.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't feeling all that great earlier. I laid down and all of a sudden I heard Amy call to the kids, "Hey, it's 9 o'clock. Get up and go to bed." And I'm like, "Holy crap." I ran out and jumped on.
So that's what it was.
Yeah,
You partially abandoned your twin brother over a
I
nap.
did over a nap.
Over
It
a
wasn't an
nap.
intentional nap.
Now, unintentional naps are killers, man.
Especially that late at night.
Yeah.
So do we know who these people are that we're fighting?
Well, based on the hobgoblin saying what he said to me, someone hired them to capture us. So
Yeah.
this is from somewhere in Gate Pass. They know we're gone and they're trying to get us back.
Gotcha.
So I say we keep going what we're doing. I'm not gonna close with the guys that are behind the boards until Wraith comes back. But I say once Wraith comes back, we regroup and then attack those guys all at once.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't want to split the party any more than we already are.
No, not at all.
Oh, no. And at
I'm
this
just-
point, my plan was if Zed continues running, let him run. Who cares? He's a mercenary. He's had his belly full of this crap. And if he wants to run off, that's fine. Ordinarily, I would chase him down and murder him, but
Yeah.
bigger fish to fry. So my plan was to move south and start taking out the archers behind this balustrade one at a time. But now we have a bigger issue. So I'm probably going to pull back and let everybody know about Byron. Because there may be even more people. Like behind the bulwark they have worked up, there's a big copse of trees or whatever.
Actually, my guess is that he's the one that's in charge of this group to bring us
Yeah.
back. And he's just a wuss and just staying out of combat.
Well, it's
He's-
possible, but it's also
Wait for
possible there's
muscles to do the work.
there's more people behind here. I don't know that.
So do we have a backup if we end up being overrun?
I would say just don't get overrun.
yeah,
Okay, good advice.
don't lose.
Okay, great. Let's not lose.
Okay, and then we loot the dragon horde and take everything.
Now that everybody's dead, we just loot them all.
Hey, wait a minute.
Welcome back, Les.
Thanks. I don't know
Can you
what
send
the
me the loot
hell.
pile?
I don't know what the hell is going on with my internet.
It's amazing. While you were gone, we completely routed the enemy. And we have Byron hanging upside down by his ankles, and we're threatening him with a baby dragon.
Byron.
Yeah.
You mean this guy here?
Mm-hmm.
You leave Byron alone. He's mine. Okay, so sorry about that. I apologize. I don't know what the hell's going on with my internet, but I have to get it fixed. So, all right. So where were we? Titus, you were just rolling
I
your
just told
damage.
you, we
Yeah,
routed the enemy.
You got
Byron is hanging upside down by his ankles. We have a baby dragon threatening to nibble off his testicles if he doesn't tell us what's going on.
I rolled to
I'm
disbelieve.
sorry you missed it. It was beautiful. And you'll see the recording tomorrow.
recording tomorrow.
All right. What I do see, that's not an illusion,
There's 3 points of damage.
is 3 points of damage to that guy. All right. Acid in the face of more. So awesome. So there's some acid there. Titus, I'm assuming you are going to stay firmly hidden in your weeds.
Yes. Hide in the weeds, says
Arendar.
Okay, I'm staying on the guy that I'm.
Another Falcata hit.
Yeah, he took a 5-foot step back, so I'm just taking a 5-foot step.
Yeah, basically he's edging his horse backwards to so that he can get into bow range. Ooh, prospective fumble. Oh, that's a 13?
Yeah,
That-
13.
That is a confirmed fumble. I like it. I may have to lose internet more often. Pinprick, take 1 point of bleed.
Okay.
So you are now suffering 1 point of bleed per round until cured.
So
From a-
for a DC 15 heal check.
Or a DC 15 heal check. Thug time. All right, so let's do this. 2 spear attacks on Ono because they are sick of this guy, this flurry of blows and his bare feet. Here's the first one. Miss. Second one. Ooh, 19. Is that a hit?
Miss.
Ah. Okay, so 2 misses. This guy is going to do again that backup thing that he does, and he laughs at the bleed damage and shoots an arrow at you. 14, miss, right?
Yep.
This guy is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He sees his buddies. What is he going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to post up here so he can. Shit. Can't really shoot arrows. So he's gonna. What is he gonna do? He's gonna get here so he gets a better shot arrows, and he's gonna start shooting arrows. He still gets. Ono's still gonna get cover, but it won't be total cover, which would be decent anyway. All right. So perception. Oh, there we go. So these guys get their shit together finally. And they are going to ride forward. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they're coming this way. And I think that is it for them. Zed is going to do something similar. He is not going to disappoint you, Wraith. He sees you, and, well, I think he sees you chasing him, and he's going to cut and run this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And he looks like he is heading off map. Wraith.
You just got line of sight there, dude.
Yeah, you're not far enough away, buddy.
You gonna try?
No. I am going to stealth. Let's give that a shot. 24.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So double move stealth, half moving each time to here.
Okay. All right, you trying to get a better look in there? Give me another perception check.
So I'm going to blend off into the woods and Zed can run for his life and that's all good. 28.
28. So you see Byron pretty clearly now, and he's just sort of looking around. You also hear somebody yell out, Byron, get your ass up back here. Get out of the way. We don't know what's up there yet. And you can sort of see in between the trees 2 dudes on horses back there.
Okay.
They're looking that way. So they have a little path like through these 2 trees where they can sort of see this area right here. But this guy,
I'm sorry,
one
which
of,
area? I didn't see that.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one.
No,
Like
no,
right
it's
here.
okay. Okay, so they're looking there.
Yeah, they're looking like in this area. And you do hear one of those guys sort of was like, Byron, get your ass out of the way. We don't know what's out there yet. But that's it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh no, you got problems, man.
Yes.
First is your first problem is the Titus is throwing a lot of acid around.
Okay. I'm
You
gonna
get some
try
on your
again.
foot.
I'm gonna leap up, try again, and whack the guy right due west of me.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him 2 feet right in the face. Here it comes. Damn it.
Oh, the second one is a potential fumble, a bludgeoning fumble. Let's roll that again to see if you. It's a confirmed fumble.
All right.
Oh, you bet it is. Wait a second. Let's make sure. Yeah, it's a D20.
Yeah, your rolls are fucking.
Yep, your rolls are stinking. Yeah, so that is a confirmed. Would that be a natural attack fumble?
Yeah.
I think
I think
so.
it would be. Ooh, bone bruise. You hit the saddle horn instead of the guy with your foot, and it's like, oh, it's like kicking the coffee
your
table
foot
leg
funny
in the
bone.
dark. You take D2 points of con damage. So let's just roll that. I'll roll it. 1 point of con damage because you hurt your foot so bad.
So my temporary con is 14.
Uh-huh.
I will mark that on my character sheet. Wait, oops, I'm sorry. I just added 14. I'm sorry.
Now his con is 37.
My con is 14 now.
Okay, cool. So that is you. Titus, you see Ono.
And he's gone.
Uh-oh. Yep.
Yeah.
Is the Midwest having storms or?
No. We're fine.
Got it. Okay. I believe Colorado is getting smacked with a snowstorm.
With a ton of snow. Yeah.
That's very Colorado of them.
Yeah. No, we might have some mild rain, but that would be about it. No thunderstorms, no anything like that.
Okay.
All right, well, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll hang out. So if he comes back on, I'll let him know that everybody bailed if you guys want to go.
Thanks. It sounds so noble.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying it is 11 o'clock and everybody needs to get to bed. So
True.
All right, well, thanks, Chuck. Good night, all.
Good
All right.
night. Good
Yeah, Andrew. See you, Eric.
Cheers.
Thanks for the game.
You're choked up.
I am choked up. I am thinking how I can do better with oh no. Well,
You're doing
Well,
great.
yeah,
Have
the dice
fun.
roll. You can't control the dice roller, man. The low.
Yeah.
I mean,
Those
ask,
dice
Yeah,
roll-
just reload.
ask Lothar for goodness sake. I
Yeah.
went weeks without rolling over a 5.
Yeah.
It just happens.
I'm out. Good night. All.
All right, dude.
Good night.
Andrew.
Me too. It's gonna be a big day tomorrow. Give Les my best, and you gentlemen have a good evening.
All right, man. Good luck tomorrow on your big day. Catch you next week.
Good night. Take care.
Bye.
Fine. Get out of here, Don.
What are you? Wait, Don's
Never
leaving
welcome
too?
here in the first place. But
Of
that's
course
okay.
you were.
I'm used to that.
Of course
Right.
you were. Until you turned off the fly on the wall video, and then we saw it was you.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mike, will you explain to Chuck that not all of my characters are just money grabbing, jerks?
Oh, I'm so not doing that.
Not all of them.
Okay, just most of them are, not all of them.
Most of them. Hotch
No,
definitely wasn't.
Don plays a very good grumpy dwarf healer that doesn't like anybody. He's done that several times.
Yeah.
He's played a good heal bot.
Yeah.
Is Chicken 13C.
Well, here's the funny thing. When I made up the current character for 18, I came a hair's width close to playing a grumpy dwarf healer who hated everyone, which would have been fantastic because he'd have probably got along with Gatto.
Yeah.
Two peas in a pod.
Yeah, exactly. But I decided to go with Lothar, which I'm glad I did. I'm enjoying playing that character.
Yeah.
And Don, just so you know, I personally think Gatto is great. Lothar prays for Gatto's soul.
Oh, I
because
believe that.
That's what
every day.
Lothar has to do. And Lothar has occasionally thought about dropping a holy smite on him, but that's beside the point. That's not me.
Yes,
That's Lothar.
He has to atone for that every time when he starts laughing about that.
And I do prayers every time.
Got to admit he probably deserves to be smited, but he tends to run away faster than you can catch him.
Or he's freaking invisible.
Hey, Les.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm back. I'm sorry. This is just, I know everybody's got to go. We're after 11. So
Yeah.
I apologize. My internet has just been a shit show tonight. So I apologize for the quality of the game tonight. We'll
It's all right.
restart. We'll start right at the place we stopped the next time we play B team. In the meantime, I'm going to sign off and call Spectrum.
Bye, everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
good luck with that.
I'll do my best. All right. I will see you guys later.
I
Peace
see you
out.
guys.
Yeah. Bye.